into the grand final show for this week's Esports Tower Valorant Fall Rumble, broadcasting it live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. Last week, we brought you all the action from the group stage, saw 4 teams advance to the semifinals. Tonight, we will see who make it to the grand finals and who will take home this week's championship. I'm your host, Michael Fisher, and joining me to call all of the action is Brandon Red Hot's Koziancic. And due to some scheduling issues, we actually will only be able to catch one semifinal. They'll take place at the exact same time, so we will keep you updated on our other semifinals. So we will not see landslides, infernos. We've seen enough of the landslides. We saw that matchup last week. We will keep you updated on that. Instead, we want to take a look at a team we have not seen yet. That is the Quakes taking on last week's reigning champion, the Tsunamis. So that'll be a great job to get a view with them. And Red Hots, I'll start you with this. We've seen a lot of Tsunamis. Haven't seen any of the Quakes really so far in our Fall Rumbles. So what comp differences, if anything, what comps are you expecting these teams to maybe bring out on our semifinal that we will get to see?
I think, honestly, when it comes down to it, I think Comfort's a big difference. I think the Sky obviously come out for Tsunami most likely. And I think the one thing is a lot of times these teams in these Rumbles, at least, you'll see sometimes where it's like very similar team comps, and then sometimes you'll see like very different team comps. I think the biggest thing is usually playing like what's more comfort for you. I think if it's like, you know, someone who doesn't usually play it and then you force them on something like a Sova or something like that, they're probably not going to play as good as they would on a comfortable pick. So hopefully we see some cool stuff. Hopefully we see the Sova today on each team for this. I think Sova's really good on Icebox. That will be on today. So I hope that's what we see. And honestly, when it comes down to it, we see some comfort and some people who've put some practice into the agents.
Yeah, as you said, we are going to start with Icebox, 4 Quakes, and Tsunamis best of 1. They'll go to the grand finals. Landslides and Infernos playing at the exact same time. We'll keep you up to date on that one when we do get updates. Of course, last week's grand final was Tsunamis Landslides. Potentially, we could see that rematch. We are just going to have to find out exactly how it goes. Here is how our bracket was set up after week number 1. As we mentioned, Quakes, Tsunamis, Landslides, Infernos. 3 teams that have won championships. The Infernos won a couple weeks ago. Tsunamis won last week. The Landslides at one point in the summer won 8 in a row. They're looking for their first fall championship. And the Quakes, the new team, they took down the Drought. We'll see what they have from them on Icebox. I mean, you mentioned the Sova. I would 100% expect somebody, if not both teams, to bring out the Viper, especially the Esports Tower teams love the Viper. The lineups on Icebox, especially with that bullet penetration change to the box on B. Viper is one of the best ways to deny a defuse. So I'll be very curious to see what we get from these teams. But before we kick off our first match, we do got to make sure we get Doc's keys to the game in Valorant for both of these teams. And those are focus, angles, and flank, know your win conditions, count cards, call abilities, and click heads. It's presented by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. Well, now it's time to kick off our semifinal matchup of the night between the Quakes and Tsunamis on Icebox. Is a rematch of last week's semifinals where Tsunamis took home a close victory against the Quakes. Can the Quakes get revenge? Will the Tsunamis advance to defend their title in the grand finals? We are about to find out as we kick off our first game of the evening on Icebox.
And what a great map to start out with.
We didn't see too much Icebox recently, too. I think we went all last week without seeing Icebox. So I feel like it's a very polarizing pick. Some teams really, really like it. Some teams really, really hate it. If we do end up seeing landslides in the grand final, I know one of the talking points we always heard is they hated Icebox. They thought Icebox was their worst map. So I feel like it's maybe one of those polarizing ones. Of course, once Fracture gets in the map pool, I think that will probably take over. But Icebox feels like those one. Either you love it and you play it all the time, or you hate it and you ban it and you never want to see it.
Yeah, I think also, though, is like if you kind of go in the consensus of like when Icebox first came out, a lot of the player base of Valorant, it was like, this is the worst map ever. I hate this map. And then as they've played it more and more, it's like, oh, I love this map. Yeah. This is my favorite map. So I think a lot of times, usually it's like maybe teams don't practice on it as much or something like that where it gets banned against them, or maybe they don't have time outside practice that people want to play the map with. So I think that the more you practice on the map and the more you play it, you kind of start to like it more, or at least it seems like. And, you know, once teams become good at the map, they're probably like, oh, actually, we really do enjoy this map. So.
And as I mentioned, this is a rematch of our semifinals from week number 2. It was extremely close. Tsunamis took home the victory. Interesting to note, though, this Quakes actually had 2 players leave the roster after that. So even though it's a rematch, the Quakes are going to have a newer roster than, you know, maybe the Tsunamis we're used to seeing. Jolly and Piggle are 2 new players who joined this week. They've only had 1 day of practice. So those are kind of the X-Factor players, if you will, because Tsunamis don't know what to expect. The Quakes really haven't practiced them, so they don't know what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, it's a probably a curveball at both teams, you know. You get some low practice, and the other teams probably go, what do they actually play? It seems like we've only gotten the Viper lock-in so far. I think you're right. I think we'll see double Viper, double Sova. The one thing that's crazy in this map is I think a lot of people will kind of sometimes opt out on the Sage. It seems like they are going to lock in that Sage, as I said that. But I think sometimes people like the Sage because they can have Sage can wall the like the tube area, and so kind of you don't have to worry about the flank and that stuff like that, or at least you know when they're getting through it. And I know some teams just kind of opt to like, hey, we'll put a body there instead, right? So I think a lot of people play this map pretty differently, and I like the comp coming from Quakes here, honestly.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like, I mean, the Tsunami's pretty much hovered everything. I think they're just waiting to lock in. I mean, the one difference is going to be the Reyna versus the Raze. I mean, of course, I mean, Valorant isn't a 1v1 like other games, but is there a different favorite you have between that Reyna and that Raze that maybe favors one side? Because everything else is just a mirror. Actually, maybe we're going to – I don't think you can play double Sage.
Dodged. Oh.
Okay, so it actually is just a full mirror. They just changed it to the last minute who was playing what.
I think the biggest thing with Reyna and Raze is I usually think it's very map dependent. I think on a map like Icebox, Reyna can actually get a lot of value with her like ghost form and stuff like that, and her flashes are really good on this map because not anything's like really too thick to throw her flash through and stuff like that. Whereas like Raze is really good with like kind of corners and stuff like that, or clearing like sites or like closed rooms and stuff like that, like a bind. It's like a like a what do we call it? Hookah, right? You can clear stuff like that with Raze, Roomba, and Bomb. Whereas this map, it's pretty open for the most part in like certain open areas, and I think Raze doesn't get as much value as Reyna does.
I mean, we talked at the start, and you talked especially about how sometimes it's better to focus on the agent you're good at over one that fits the meta.
Yep.
Formal, I don't think we've ever seen play anything but Sky. So is there any concerns that he switches to the Sage? Not maybe because it's meta, because it fits the map, as you mentioned. You can just wall off tube and you don't have to worry about it. Is there any concern that Formal's on an agent that we haven't ever seen them play, to my knowledge?
I think Formal's always been pretty good, like aim-wise with Sky, and usually pop flashing for himself. So I think the biggest thing is sometimes people put like a Sage player on their like one of their best mechanically good players in terms of like aim and stuff like that. So I could see him doing pretty well with this Sage, as long as he has to remember that he doesn't have flashes and stuff like that. He needs help with teammates to kind of get that going as he runs first.
He is leading the charge on that Sage. Who needs a flash? Puts the wall down.
Oh, I think it was a little too close.
We do get a 1-for-1 trade. Kawar is going to take out Restro before Jolly gets a pick there. Tabernac is now going to look for that plant. Ooh, great job by Suin. Looking for one more, but Tabernac is another trade. It's a 3-on-3.
Ooh, does see him. Ooh, doesn't have the actual around the corner, yeah.
Kexkin's played so well on these Jet Tsunamis. Wins, has a huge flank, but he just missed a couple of shots. Piggle is one shot. He just has to find one in there.
Wow.
Piggle's going to walk away. Birkin gets one afterwards. It's up to Cuddy, and Birkin gets a double kill after the defuse. Wow.
That was, it was funny because at first we're like, okay, well, he can't plant the bomb, it's too close, but he didn't have bomb.
Yeah.
And so they had to wait for Tabernakis to come and plant the bomb. This was funny because like he hit him, but I think he just was like, oh, he's not going to defuse it.
He's not going to stick it.
And I guess the one thing it also is his team, I don't know if they, we can't see the pings, I don't think, but they probably should have pinged the bomb and been like, yo, you got to spam that because we don't know if they're actually defusing, because obviously pros don't fake. And that's what happened.
You've talked about that all the time. Pros don't fake it. I mean, usually the esports tower guys fake it. I don't think we've seen a great fake play yet in the esports tower.
Well, I think a lot of the time it's like, in a scenario like that, it's like, what disadvantage do you have by not sticking it? Because it's a 3v2. Unless he's like just spraying through the smoke, which he could have. But at least they trade 1-for-1, right? So.
Yeah, and at least maybe get half, and at least there. As we see, really no one's been taken out, and Suin's going to get a great 1-2. Formal shuts him down.
Some great aim right there coming from Stun.
Almost had a great spray transfer there. See another Marshall. These players love their Marshall.
It's great. I mean, honestly, I like it a lot for the most part in terms of, I guess, a bonus round because it's like 950, and if the enemy team doesn't buy armor, it's a one-hit kill. So.
Oh, Formal did not see Bergen.
Oh my gosh.
But accuracy lacking for both players. There is somebody behind. Cuddy and Formal, by the way. And it's Piggle with a huge flank.
Yeah, that's the gun difference for the most part coming in, but the little exchange on the rope there, sometimes, when you both miss each other a lot and then you win, it's like you don't actually feel like you won that battle. You were just less worse.
You were just less bad.
Yeah.
He gets the shot. I mean, they're just
Ooh.
spraying all over the place. I don't even think that was Piggle who got the flank. I think that was someone else. Yeah, Piggle just kind of sneaks up on him. Yeah, I think it was Jolly who was looking for the flank. So that was a great little pinch there by Piggle and Jolly, the 2 new players for the Quakes. 1 day of practice with this roster, and right now they have a 2-0 lead on our defending champs.
Yep, and now it is time for the full buy from Tsunamis, so this should be probably their best round in terms of advantage, just because Quakes is most likely just, playing on that bonus. So I guess we'll have to see how it goes. 'Cause, I mean, sometimes people have been doing great with their bonus rounds. Almost feels like sometimes they're more comfortable with the Spectre or Marshall.
It really does. We've seen a lot of people anytime they have the money for the Marshall. Yeah, should I be saving? Yeah, but I want the Marshall instead. Interesting. The Tsunami, well, as Kexkin fails Bach jumps after Bach jump. They're still pushing A, and you can see there the Quakes, they have 2 on B, they have 1 in mid. Now they're going to have to rotate over here very quickly, as I think they did finally see them. It's interesting that the Tsunamis are just hard sticking A right now.
Yeah, it seems like Tabernacles is kind of getting a lot of recon out there. Kind of using a lot of utility, but it seems like they do have good they have sight now. Great Viper wall coming up there. Wow.
You can't predict that.
Yeah, getting shorty, that's rough. Okay, well, looks like on this bonus round, Quakes is kind of taking over with the shorties and Spectres. Oh, wow. Oh, nice. Good molly there. Has lineups, but a little 1v4 scenario here, very low.
Yeah, 68 HP. Ooh, missed the shots on Restro as well. Easy defuse. I mean, you called it, Red Hots. These teams feel very comfortable on their bonus round. And yeah, I don't think anyone in the game expected that Sova to have a shorty.
Yeah, that was... I feel like if we died to a shorty at that point, because at that point they had a Phantom. I feel like you're pretty sad. Because it wasn't like it wasn't like it was like a around the corner cheese, right? Like he straight up swung on him, and beat it. So that was pretty interesting. But hey, now Quake have guns without having to buy, and it's a 3-0 right now. Tsunamis are gonna have to at least have a full save round here. Guess we'll have to see. They're probably gonna try to go B here, but the Viper has lineups ready to go.
It is just so hard to push whatever side the defending Viper wants to be on. I mean, they just have to wait this wall out.
Yep.
They're looking to make some kind of play with their sheriffs. Kawar did actually get on the other side of the Viper wall.
Yep. They have a Sova arrow, I think, or Sova lineup. It looked like he had it lining up here. So I guess we'll see how that ends up happening for this play.
Jolly taking quite a few shots. None of them really landing, though. Now trying to spray through himself.
Yeah. Oh! Running through that is quite admirable.
We are just getting spray after spray through the Viper wall. This is the Tsunami's Viper wall.
Okay, it's still 3-3 right now. With honestly Tsunamis, the Sova is low. Tabernacles there is pretty low on the HP side. And it looks like they're rotating out, which is smart. I like this play a lot. This to make sure they don't get really... Yep, this mid play, as long as... Playing a very small angle.
Yeah, that was going to be tough, and I think he shot a bit early, so they're able to get the Viper smoke down. And now the Tsunamis are actually going to double back towards B.
Double fake.
That's some mind games there. It's going to be a 1-on-2 against Piggle, or against Jolly, excuse me, for Formal and Tabernacus. They have Cuddy still hanging out in the mid there.
Ooh.
They get the spike down. Jolly should hear that.
Yeah.
Spike planted.
Instead, gets a great
one.
pick onto Formal.
And gets the heal.
Oh! Did not see the Marshall for mid.
2v2 here with both full HP here, so... And Tabernacus does have the Hunter's Fury. I don't think we're going to see the Viper's Pit, but...
Take the defuse, looking to maybe try and bait that Hunter's Fury. Tabernacus getting pushed. 19 HP. Piggle's going to start to defuse. Restro in a one-on-one. Gets the 4-piece with the pistol.
Yeah, I think that was kind of hard just because Tabernacus was waiting for the Viper to kind of come and rotate to, I think, use the Hunter's Fury to be safe, But it seems like Viper was pretty far away for that, so I think they just decided that, hey, let's save the ults and let's play for the bye next round, and we really got to win this one. This is a big round for Tsunamis to win, I think. You have 2 ults, and now at this point you've bought twice, and you've basically lost twice. And Quakes has a lot of econ here, so this is a big round for Tsunamis. The ults are pretty, I guess, like evened out in terms of like utility versus aggression for the most part. Like you have knives and you have the Empress, but I think Viper Pit's really good here with an A push, or they might go for a B and look for that bit there.
Formal is also 1 away from the Sage revive, so if he gets a kill, maybe he can bring a teammate back in case this B push does go awry. Burkon, it will take that Recon bolt out. Oh, has to dodge the Hunter's Fury! Oh my goodness!
So if you hold left on your keyboard, I guess you just dodge it. Oh, nice shot
And then he
there.
ends up getting taken out by Kexkin, so that amazing play for nothing. And now it's already a 5v3. They'll just throw down the Viper ult. Oh, great Hunter's Fury to stop the plant. Oh, one more.
Nice.
Yeah. 0 for 6 on the Hunter's Fury so far today.
Hey, that's okay. That was a zoning one. He stopped the plant. They had a lot more time now.
Oh, I did not see Restro picking up the op.
Yeah,
That's a very risky play now, especially in a 2v5. I feel like you should just walk away and hold the op.
Yeah, they have a lot of eco, which maybe they're kind of thinking about, but I think the op is pretty interesting here. They obviously upgraded to the op, so especially with the Viper's Pit, that always sucks. Ooh, nice.
Now in a 5v1, you got to run. I think Kawar might have seen him.
Yeah, or at least heard him, right?
He's going to go hunting. He knows he has the op.
Oh, I like this. Just kind of sit. But although, if they get to an opener spot, they can't.
Oh, don't take. Just hold.
Yo, imagine if they just don't kill him.
Oh, he almost got away, and they looked at the last moment.
I wonder if there's like, how long was he looking at us? I like that play, though. I like that try. I mean, you're most likely not going to get, like... Although, Tsunami's, in terms of eco, was actually pretty low. So I think you honestly just take the bet at this point to just try to get one. Granted, the timing was unfortunate by pulling out the butterfly knife, but...
Yeah.
Sometimes you just get caught in the animation.
Yeah, he probably should have just tracked the jet. I mean, hindsight's 2020.
Yeah,
I have a lot of time easier saying that. But, yeah, I mean, he almost snuck that away. That would have been a huge play. They didn't end up, it looks like Tsunamis, and we have not seen this team op a lot, so they didn't even pick it up. They just at least denied it from the Quakes.
Yeah, I think in terms of attacking right now for the Tsunamis, I think the op is probably not more so their favor, especially if the Jet's not really comfortable with offensive opping. Nice push there, honestly. That's a great play by Birkin.
Cuddy had no idea. They do get a trade onto Piggle, and they hit the spike down as well. Formal could look for the res, but it's kind of far away. I don't really know if it'd be too worth it. He's actually going for it, I think.
They do have the defensive Viper's Wall, so I'm curious to see if they use that.
They have knives as well. Don't know if Piggle's going to opt for that.
Oh, nice shock dart.
Tabernakis has got to retaliate. Restro pushed it through, gets one. Tabernakis line his sights, a huge trade. Birkin
great
stops
ghost
that
form.
2-on-1. It's up to Formal. He's taking it.
And that's why Reyna has some really cool spots in this map. Just pop a Wraith form really quick as you're jumping down for the kill, and then you just gotta reset and you're good to go.
This was an explosive round.
Yeah.
I mean, we went from 4-4 to 2-1 in about 5 seconds.
Sometimes you blink and the game's just right back in it. That's what's great about, honestly, like Valorant and stuff like that. It's a game where like you can snowball, but like all it takes is sometimes you just gotta save around, eco up, and you know, next thing you know, you're basically on pretty even playing fields besides ultimates.
Assume Restro's probably going to eco here, pop the knives.
Yeah. Oh, maybe both. I would like to see both. I think the one thing I will say is Jet knives are pretty low, so I think you should honestly be popping them pretty much all the time. Yeah. Because, I mean, being able to dash up and stuff like that while moving and being able to hit like perfectly accurate, I think is very, very valuable. And sometimes it's like, I guess people don't really want to use them.
Yeah, these Jets have been very hesitant to pop the knives, and we do have both Empresses up.
Yep.
Viper ult defensively can always be a bit tricky unless you just want to cut off an area that they're going to, but I do think the Viper is now rotating. It was over towards B. They want to chase down Jolly and Piggle, but they're able, or Restro, they're able to get out.
They didn't get any hits there, which is pretty good for them. Yeah, I think they hopefully are going to use the Viper's Pit for the retake here. Maybe not.
They get a 1-for-1. Restro's going to get another one onto Kawar, put this team up by a point. Kexkin incredibly low. Ooh, we get the Sage revive.
5v3 here in this scenario. It's going to be pretty hard here for Tsunami's defense. And Quakes is just running now. He has lineups, I'm pretty sure. It seems like they didn't actually have the straight-up lineup.
It seemed like the panic when they saw everyone was there. They just kind of took the shot.
Yeah, because I mean, you can't really line it like perfectly yet, because or else you're just going to get shot.
And I like the Sage revive there. I mean, Tsunami's have been sitting on it for a while, never really been able to use it. I just like, you know what? It's a 4v3. Let's just make it a 5-on-3, give ourselves the advantage. And they just really pushed it there. Restro getting a 3-piece as well, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that was a fantastic round from Quakes. And honestly, using the Sage ult, just make sure that a 5v3 over, like, you know, at the end of the day, you make sure it's an absolute win.
Let's go.
Still, either jet knives still available here, so maybe we'll see it with this round for Tsunamis. Most likely saving this round. So, yep.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I would like to see the Quakes use it as well. Yeah, you hear it come out.
I mean, the biggest thing though is like I think it's fine saving it sometimes, but I think you don't want to save it for like more than a couple rounds, just because of like the use of knives are pretty good.
Oh, Jolly and Cuddy.
Oh,
Jolly peeks first, gets the nice headshot.
Quakes have some great aim right now.
Ooh, Jolly is going to get cornered though, makes it a 4-on-4. They do have the revive, but I would assume on a pistol round, nope, he's actually going to use it.
I think it's
like
only,
that.
Yeah, I think it's only because they have the gun there available. So, oh, yep. Guar doing a great job on the Reyna now. Well, now it's a 5v3. Oh, just kidding.
Caster curve,
yep.
live action.
Yeah, my bad.
There, so no knives even got shot. I'm confused why it's being held onto so long here for the Quakes. Ooh, is Pickle gonna stick it?
Oh.
Got the Sage wall down, at least gets half. He's just gonna hold it.
Stick.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness. Oh, Siyun gets one afterwards. They're even gonna take out most of them. Yeah, they're actually gonna get the full kill anyway. Wow.
That was a great play. I guess no one, people had to reload maybe or something like that for the Sage wall.
Maybe they just thought he wasn't gonna stick it.
I mean,
because no one shot the Sage wall
yeah,
till the very
yeah,
end.
yeah. I don't know. I guess they were like getting, you know, they're shooting at the other person, so I guess it was like okay, but.
It's one of those where maybe you know you have this all the time in Valorant. It's like, okay, he's gonna shoot the wall because I'm shooting somebody else, and then they all just thought the next person in line was gonna shoot the wall.
Yeah, I'm covering you.
Yeah, I'm covering you.
I'm covering you.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm covering the guy behind me. Uh-oh. Who's gonna be the one to peek? Oh,
nice shot.
Oh, Kawar made the mistake. Make it 2 for Restro.
Imagine if they go there again. I love when someone's like, well, I'll contest them guys this time. Don't worry. Like, I'll get them.
We talk about all the time. You not ego challenge the op. You're never going to win that battle. Jolly gets one. Does trade it out. Ooh, Tabernakis. He's getting a great flank onto Restro.
Oh,
he bailed on it. That was a free kill on the op.
Yeah, I guess he got kind of intimidated by the flank. Oh, nice shot. Oh, the shorty coming out from the jet here.
Oh, he tried.
29 HP. They know where she is. They know it's the
got caught with the arrow out.
Which was a shock dart. So I don't know. Hindsight, but.
I mean, you have the knives available in your decision.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out the shorty. Like,
just right click. That would have been. I mean, granted, they won the round anyways. To be fair.
True, but I mean,
you don't want to risk it. That's pretty. You know.
You gave them the chance to win. Where if you just use the knives.
Yeah, you right click and call it a day.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't get the recharge anymore, but you're gonna lose it at the end of the round anyways. You know.
Probably could have maybe been close to a second knives here if you're Restro. Especially the way he's playing.
Absolutely. At this point, he
he's 12-5.
definitely has a reset for sure.
I mean, I get not wanting to pull knives out immediately with op, but oh, we do get the Empress immediately by Jolly, who's probably looking for first blood.
We kind of been seeing that a lot in Esports Tower. It seems like a lot of people with Empress just kind of rip it off round. And I guess it's because like some of the time they're peeking first or something like that. Like, you know, they're the, oh my gosh, nice shot from Biggie.
The Hunter's Fury. We did finally get the Viper Pit. We're actually going to have double Viper's Pit until Cuddy got taken out there. So just Burkon's Viper's Pit that is up. The Hunter's Fury, I don't think landed on anything.
Not yet. I think Hunter's Fury for either team has yet to hit.
Tabernakis has it. Maybe the time to pull out something crazy. No.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's great job. Missed by just a fraction. Sometimes you just aim a little too low and it ends up kind of coming back for you, you know.
Quake, I mean, let me talk about this. Is a rematch of last week's semifinal that was very, I said 2 weeks ago semifinal that was very, very close. Tsunamis ended up pulling it out. Quake's made a couple of roster changes. They've just taken over. I mean, it's an 8-1.
I mean, right now they're just absolutely like, dominating them, and it's like it just seems like, you know, they're on top of where they want to rotate and stuff like that. Their communication's pretty good. It seems like they always have someone flanking as well, so it's not just like everyone coming from one angle, so you only have to worry about one area. They're constantly like turning around, so you see Tsunamis, you know, constantly being wary of people behind them. So Quake's just doing a great job, and honestly, they're not even using this. Like, they're using Sage Wall for like reactively, right? They're not just using the defensive and tube there.
And especially Pickle's using it. I'm just going to get a defuse. No worries.
Yeah, sometimes you just pop Sage Wall down and you hold the defuse button and you hope that it just works, and it does.
Ooh, that was almost a nice lineup there for the Sova. Burkon trying to hold mid. Here comes Jolly. Oof, oh, it's a nice pick.
Jolly gets one.
Jolly's going to get another one.
Jolly is doing a fantastic job on this right now. It is dominating these tsunamis here.
It's all up to Kekskin and Tabernakis. They at least could get spiked down for some extra credits. Getting close to the end of the half. Well, as I say that, he looks for the plant, gets picked off. Kekskin has a sheriff. Oh! Sova didn't see him, but could not land the long-range shots.
Yeah, but at the same time...
Was Pickle going for the knife there? Is that why Pickle's behind him?
Round before the switch.
I didn't see it. Maybe.
He just ended up behind him. I don't know what exactly was going on there. All right, maybe we'll finally see the jet knives.
Yep.
Maybe.
I don't think it's been used once.
Not
by Restro.
by the Quakes. No, yeah, Restro has held on to it. I have got word that the Landslides game, looking very similar to this one, by the way. Landslides dominating the Inferno, so potentially Landslides Quakes. We'll see how the second halves go.
Yeah. I would assume that Landslides usually kind of keep up their momentum pretty well, so.
Yeah, I've heard they are dominating the Infernos right now. Like I said, due to scheduling, both games had to be played at the same time. A push here, final chance for the Tsunamis to at least get a little bit of a nicer score. 10-2 feels a lot better than 11-1, I guess.
Yeah, that is true.
Not much better.
Quakes looks like pretty dominating at this point, so hopefully if Tsunamis can get a last round, we have the Hunter's Fury coming out here, hoping for...
Something?
Okay, I think they hit the jet once, so we made progress.
The jet did pop knives as well.
Here we go.
Restro's going to peek
Oh.
but thanks to that low HP, it's a 2-on-1. Kekskin has the knives as well.
Yeah, 2v2.
Yeah, 2-on-1. You're right. Now it's a 2-on-1.
Like I said, the Quakes always have someone flanking. Like, there's not a round where someone is not behind you, or at least the threat of someone behind you.
And this time was a great job by Burkon.
And Quakes end the half 11-1.
I mean, you're basically a pistol round away from winning this. Because it is going to be so hard if you lose the pistol round, if you're the Tsunamis, to try and challenge this. Yeah, this is a great play by Burkon.
Granted, I think obviously, usually on if they win the pistol round, they'll have more eco, but usually the team will always kind of force if you're down 12-1, right?
Oh, you have to force. You can't just play pistols into Spectres and hope you're going to pull it off. I mean, let's look at these scores. 14-6, 13-5. Jolly, who you and I both said has been playing amazing on the Reyna, is only 4th on the leaderboard. And that goes a long way to say how well the Quakes have been playing in this semifinal.
Yeah, I think just a lot of first blood kills, right? I think that's been the biggest difference here.
You
So.
should get a 1-for-1 trade. Nice little shot or recon dart there by Tabernakis. Kawar gets 2.
Oh, nah.
His teammate.
He body blocked him.
Well, that was actually.
Yeah, it was
Burkon?
teammate. Yeah. It was. He actually body blocked him. I know he could do that and goes for him.
That's hilarious. So he actually now get. Oh, now it's a 4-on-1.
Spike down B.
And Tsunamis, here we go. This is how you start your momentum here. 4-1 here. There's no way he clutches, right? Maybe.
I would. No way. Not in the pistol round.
Maybe 1-2.
Yeah, I would say the way Burkon's been playing, he might get a flank onto like one player. I don't think he gets a flank onto all 4, especially. I mean, they're all camping the spot. He might win this one here against Cuddy.
Oh, nice shot.
I don't think took too much damage. Looking for one more on to Kekskin.
Okay, he does have a sheriff now, so I'm pretty sure he's in actually like kill range. Oh, nice. Dart does see him. Goes for the right click, rips it.
He is surrounded here, looking to maybe just deny a kill. I mean, there's not really too much to hold on to.
1 HP.
In a dream. Oh, he does it!
There's a 2. There's a 2. No. Now he has to lose.
There's no way. If he gets this, I'm done.
I'm telling you, it was the 1-2, I think, right?
Yeah, there's no way at 1 HP you're getting.
Okay, they have the spike. I think they finally, okay, guys, okay, hey, let's not, there's 1 HP here. Oh.
I have the spike.
He's trying to bait him. They know he doesn't have time.
Oh my gosh, he got 3 allied. Okay. Well, my 1 and 2 turned into 3 with 1 HP. So.
All right, I mean, this might be the best round that doesn't result in the win I've ever seen in terms of solo performance. 2 kills with 1 HP.
That's a lot of money.
Right here.
And he just misses that shot onto Formal. He would have won this.
The crazy thing is he didn't right click him or something like that, or I don't know. That was wild. Literally just had to like lick him, and then he was done.
Like a soft breeze would have toppled him.
And just like that, Quakes are on the eco.
Kexian with the Marshall, misses one, misses another. Gonna just dash away to be safe.
Let's try.
Do you think this Sova, I think Suen for the Quakes, did pull out a shorty, by the way? It would be interesting to keep in mind if he ends up getting a sneak on somebody.
It worked last time.
Last time he wasn't ecoing, but you are right.
He still had it, though.
True.
If anything, I think it's worse.
Jolly gets a
Oh,
great...
nice right click. Good try.
Felt like Jolly thought he got the kill, just shot once and stopped.
Well,
that's what it at least looked like.
yeah, I mean, sometimes...
Looked like a, oh, I'm going to get him. Oh, wait, no, I didn't.
Sometimes the right click RNG gets it, you know?
Nice little wall going down there.
Yep, so good spray.
They do get the spike down. Restro's in a great little spot to hide out here. I do think Kawar is going to see him and take him out with that Spectre. Oh, here's the short. I want to see the shorty from behind the wall. Here we go.
I know. The only thing is kind of far away from the bomb.
Yeah, and now they saw him too. Cuddy's going to fake the defuse. Ooh, he did get behind that wall.
Here we go.
Ooh, Pickle gets one.
Good try. Oh, nice. Got one. Oh,
They get half the
defusing.
well, they didn't stick it. Now Kawar is going to stick it. You got to peek.
Ah, good try,
The
good try.
wall was there.
That's expected. 11-3 now. Looks like Quakes are going to buy now, so I guess we just get to see basically what's going on over here on the side of the Quakes.
I mean, one kill for Burkon. They could probably get a plant down, use the Viper ult.
Yeah.
I'm curious how quick, as you mentioned it, we've seen this a lot, how quickly Kawar pops that Empress, because we have seen some Empresses that are just like, all right, Empress is up, I'm slamming it. And they act like it's knives almost.
Yep.
So I'll be curious to see how fast Kawar wants to use it.
Now, I mean, at this point, I feel like you almost should... I don't have the money to upgrade, never mind. You could probably upgrade on the side of Tsunamis just because you don't really want that tie, but at the same time, I guess you kind of want it to happen. Well, let's see how this ends up going. The Quakes do have a full buy here, whereas Tsunamis are just kind of, you know, bonusing, and they instantly get a kill with that Spectre, so it's going well so far.
Kawar gets a ton of damage.
Nice.
Jolly gets one flank. He's going to get that heal and get out. Ooh, Pickle alive at 2 HP. I don't know how the Quakes are surviving. Tabernacles take it out. Look at those red health bars for everyone on the Quakes. And now it's a 3-on-3, but this favors the Tsunamis by so much.
And double Empress coming out here, except for now that only Quara is the one standing here.
Ooh.
It's 2v2 here. A little bit of time. I think the gun difference is actually closed now for the most part. They're very low on the side of Quakes, though.
They just live with the smallest amount of HP. It's all up to Siyun at 1 HP. He gets taken out. No clutch.
Just like that, though, I think Tsunami's has got some decent momentum. Quakes just bought there. Tsunami's getting some guns here. Oh. He didn't pick up anything. He wanted the Spectre. Okay.
Interesting.
You know what? Maybe he's just feeling the Spectre. maybe Jolly's like, you know what? That's all I need. Or not Jolly, the Quara.
Yeah.
Quara said, hey, I'm doing great with this thing. I don't want to use anything else. And that's fair. Sometimes, yeah.
It's a feel thing sometimes. You're like, hey, you know what? Ooh, Kexian going to rush the op, so we do get the op. I think first time we've ever seen the Tsunamis pick up an op.
I think Kexian used it on Ascent one time,
right.
and he did pretty well with it. I just think sometimes it's an attack. It's usually not too comfortable, which is, I think is fair because, I mean, opping offensively is a lot different, right? Oh, my God. They were both there.
There's double shot Tabernacles. I mean, even though it's an eco round for the Quakes, do you just rush in and pop Viper ult and just make a regain really hard? There's Kexian. Well, Kexian's going to stop my plan in its process.
I think that'd be a good idea, yeah. It'd be really hard to play for that. Oh, Quara.
Adios.
Takes out Estro. I mean, now the gun difference just showing through. Though if...
Oh, my gosh. Quake's mid is, you guys, you can't contest them there.
Doesn't matter what gun they have.
That's their zone.
It's a 3-on-3, and if Jolly can get a
I
gun
like this
from
play.
a corpse,
Oh,
he
did it
pop
see
the
him?
Empress.
Oh, there we go.
Great pick.
Spike
That
down A.
probably should win the round. There it is.
And Quara does not need a Vandal or Phantom. Just Spectres.
Spectre's in a great flank spot and a great peek spot. Nobody knows
Yeah, I
where
like
he
that
is.
play. I always forget that it actually has an opening, I'm not gonna lie. Until someone uses it like that.
Quakes have been... I mean, this is almost looking like an attacker-favored map the way
Yeah,
we've seen
I
this so
mean,
I
think Quakes are probably just like, guys, we just gotta win 2 rounds. Like that's it, you know.
That's it. I don't like that mentality. But I agree. I think teams fall into it. We just need 2. Like, we just need 2, and then this happens, and then all of a sudden, like, if it gets like 11-8, then you're like, come on, guys, we really only need 2 rounds. So I'm hoping the Quakes aren't worrying about the final score just yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should be in a pretty good spot here. I think they just, like you said, they just got to kind of play a little slower here and then just kind of work on that.
Just got to avoid that op wherever Kexkin's hanging out. Looks like he is over on A, where nobody is right now, so Piggle might have to be careful on that Sage.
I think they need Jolly to get a couple first bloods again. And I think Jolly did a great job in the first half of getting those first bloods and get things kind of rolling. But, I mean, Tsunamis have some good momentum right now, so hopefully Quakes can – I guess they retaliate, you know?
I really want to see the Quakes just rush B, throw down that Viper ult. That's going to make a regain so hard for the Tsunamis who don't have anything but knives. I would like to see that more than what this has been, which is in a lot of slow play. They did finally get the Viper ult up. There it is. Took them a little bit longer. Cuddy on the other side of the wall, though, I think barely avoided the shock dart. Actually did take quite a bit of damage. Piggle takes him out, and here comes the regain attempt from the Tsunamis.
Yes, indeed. That seems to be the scenario here. And Quard still has the Spectre from like 3 rounds at this point.
Those Restros there. Gets peeked on. 5v3.
With the Viper's Pit, this is not looking pretty good for the Tsunamis here. And this is exactly what Quakes need here.
It's up to the Jet. Kexkin can't really hold the op at this point. Jolly gonna use that Ghost Form to bait out a shot, take him out, steal the op.
And they're gonna take it this time.
Put themselves on match point.
And just like that, they finally kind of break that little spree that the Tsunamis, I think it was a 4-win streak at the time.
Yep.
Today was like 111 for the first one in A. I mean, now it's 5-12, and yeah, that hurts them. But I think they had this. What we call it? Quakes had a lot of money there. So I think besides Kexkin, who had upgraded to the op, yeah, they can have a full buy here. So pretty even round here. Quakes kind of on the advantage a little bit though, because they have 4 ults at this point. They do have the Viper Pit for Tsunami though, so I wonder if they're going to use it kind of like defensively kind of to hold off a site, or they're kind of waiting for that retake with it, you know. So.
It does look like Formal is looking for a flank through mid for the Tsunamis. This 1 kill away from the ult as well. That res would be huge. They do have John Piggle holding them back as a Restro. It's a great pick. Hunter's Fury now going to come out. See if we can get our first kill. Restro heard Formal walking around. There's a pick onto Kexkin. Somebody's got to find Jeff Formal. There it is. Great kill with the knives. 5-on-1 match point.
Here comes the clutch.
No.
I was thinking, you know, just maybe.
That would have been pretty impressive, but hey, overall, I would say pretty dominant win by the Quakes. You start up 11-1. You have a lot of wiggle room in the second half. Gave a couple rounds, but never were really in danger of losing.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, like I said, it was a pretty good effort to come back. They didn't really just fall over and, you know, call it a day. They still kind of fought back. There's 4 good rounds going on for them, and it just seems that they, you know, kind of turned on a little bit too late. So.
Well, you know, going at it alone can only get you so far. Ultimately, if you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. We saw that with the Quakes. Couldn't get it done a couple weeks ago in the semifinals. Decided to change up the roster. Brought in Piggle and Jolly, who I thought played phenomenally. And now, look at that. They're in the grand finals the first time ever for the Quakes. Esports Tower really takes time to create teams of well-matched teammates. I want to give a shout-out to the coaches. And if you're watching, you haven't checked out Esports Tower clubs yet, you should. It is the fast track to rank up. Well, we know the Quakes are going to be in the grand finals, and they looked incredibly strong. I did get word about halfway through that game that the Landslides, in classic fashion, pretty much took care of business. A very clean and easy win over the Inferno. So we get Landslides back in the grand finals. Quakes in their first one ever. This is going to be a ton of fun to wrap up tonight and see if the Landslides can avenge last week's very rare grand finals loss, or Red Hots. We will have 3 new champions in 3 weeks if the Quakes can pull off a win.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, another finals where you have someone new.
Well, who's it going to be? As we said, the Landslides came out on top in their semifinal against the Infernos that we did not get to see in very dominant Landslides fashion. However, 2 weeks ago, for the first time ever, the Landslides lost in the grand finals to the Tsunamis. It's a different team. It's the Quakes. How will this matchup go? It is Landslides. It is Quakes. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with Game 1 of our grand finals after this.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Into this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant, broadcasting it live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. The Landslides back in the grand finals. Last time they broke their streak. They had never lost in the grand finals. That finally happened 2 weeks ago to the Tsunamis. They still have never missed a grand finals, but I don't think that's the stat they want. They want to come out victorious. They're going up against the Quakes, who upset last week's champion. We're not really going to go anywhere, though, Red Hots, as we're going right back to Icebox for game number 1, which is interesting. We didn't see what map the Landslides played in their semifinal against Infernos. We did not hear. Quakes just came off a game on Icebox, so I'll be curious to see if they're a little bit more fresh, a little bit more prepared, playing a map for the second time in a row.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, running it back and just going again is one of the best things you can do, and I think it looks like they're pretty prepared for it, so I guess we'll see what comes up.
Before we get into Icebox, though, we do want to take a moment to congratulate all the Esports Tower Club members who have graduated from the clubs and have been offered scholarships across the country. Over the last few months, Esports Tower Club members have received over $1.2 billion in scholarships award. These students have not only worked hard on their in-game play, but they've worked hard academically as well, and they have earned these scholarship opportunities. We could not be more excited and proud to see all the opportunities that these players are getting. And, of course, we have a ton of fantastic Rumble content coming up for you. We have Valorant every Mondays, Rocket League every Wednesdays. There's a couple of more games that we should see coming into the mix here in the next few weeks, so it is going to be a great time to showcase all of the club players in the Esports Tower. And again, if you haven't checked them out, you want to get that collegiate scholarship, because mom and dad will be a lot more excited to see you play Valorant after school if there's a dollar sign involved that doesn't involve their bank account. Check them out, esportstower.com. I mean, that has to be true, right? It's like,
absolutely.
When we were growing up, I was a little bit too early. You kind of snuck in. If I could have told my parents, yeah, I'm playing because, there's money involved, I think I would have had a lot easier time, doing homework and playing as opposed to on a school night.
Well, I think it's I have practice rather than I'm playing games.
True.
It's a little different
True.
in terms of, how you word it. And so I think it's I got scrims, guys. I got practice after school, where it's instead of, I'm going to go play games after school. You're doing the same thing.
You're doing the same thing. It's how you word it.
Yeah, exactly. When you word it differently, I think it's, especially with the money sign, I think that's a big thing.
We had to replace our player. What happened to him? Oh, he went to college on a scholarship. Oh yeah, go practice, please. Go practice. You can. I'll bring dinner up to your room. Don't even fret. So
that's always the best.
Go bring it. Esports Tower, awesome place to be. And we now have our grand finals. Will the Landslides come out on top? They are missing a few players. If you remember from what we saw on the group stage, no Prestige this week, no Solix this week. I believe we'll see if that remains true in the grand final. Taking on this Quakes roster that looks very, very strong. Again, we're not going anywhere. We're going right back to Icebox, and much like before, we've given our keys. Let's get to Doc's keys to the game, presented by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Those are focus, angles, and flank. Know your win conditions. Count cards and call abilities. And, of course, the easiest part that we saw these Quakes do a ton of, especially in mid on Icebox, just click heads. It's really that simple. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. Will we see a third straight new Rumble winner? Will the Landslides reclaim the throne after getting knocked off for the first time ever in the Grand Finals? We are about to find out right now. Game 1 of the Grand Finals kicking off with the Quakes versus the Landslides on Icebox. Again, in the summer, Landslides said this was their worst map. Quakes get it for the second time in a row. They're not even going to change up the team comp. They're not even going to change the agents on who's playing them. Meanwhile, for the Landslides in red, we don't have Prestige. We don't have Solix. They have and Deadshot and Orthodox, who are free agents, who are going to be on that Jet and that Viper. So we'll have to keep an eye out for them.
Yeah, and I think earlier in the week they did pretty well. So it seems like, honestly, the free agents on each team here have been performing pretty well, right? So we didn't see the last Landslides game, but I know the first game of the week for Landslides, they did phenomenal in their debut match as free agents. And then same thing for the Quakes last match. They did a fantastic job. Jolly got a lot of opening picks there. And, you know, honestly, it's pretty good looking out there. Honestly, I'm not going to lie, for free agents, I think it's great.
Now, speaking of free agents, speaking of new players, the coaches from the Quakes have told us everything is new for this team coming into this week. New agents, new team comps, new play styles. All of it had to be done from scratch because, as we mentioned, they lost 2 players after their loss in the semifinals 2 weeks ago. So for your first Rumble with your new play style, your new agents, your new team comp, being in the Grand Finals is not a shabby place to be, and we'll see if they're able to dominate as much on Icebox as we just saw them do, because if they put a score like 13-5 on the Landslides, that is a statement that you are here.
Yeah, I think Landslides definitely has something to prove this week, especially, right? They really want to get this win and show, hey, we've got it going on. It was a cool dart, but they instantly hit it, so for what?
Look cool. Nothing really gained there. I do like the Sky still for CC this week. I think the Sky play is something that the Landslides absolutely love to take advantage of.
Really deep right there. Took the grappling, and now I think he has a great fly. Ooh, they might know where it is now.
Well, he jumps down. I think he's trying to bait Suen up on top of that catwalk, but Jolly, the one who played so well, gets that first pick. Suen gets another one, and just like that, it's a 5-on-3. I think it's a 5-on-2. Or 5-on-1.
Yeah, it seems like
okay.
Deadshot had a good flank there, but it seems like they kind of were late on planting the bomb, and by the time they kind of started that plan, it seemed like no one was really there to give covering fire for the most part, and so it seemed like they just kind of pushed up and punished him, honestly. I think sometimes, you know, you kind of get on different pages with your teammates when sometimes you start planning, like, you guys got me, and then everyone's kind of like, no, we don't. we didn't have you there. So.
I think and you and I both kind of had the same reaction. He had a great, position on that catwalk, and then he just shot at nothing.
Yeah.
And then had a bail. I think if he just holds that position, he was in a lot better spot.
Yeah, I think, obviously, shooting through smokes and stuff is really good, but I think, especially not at that point, that was worth it, because they didn't really know where you were. Or, you know, maybe he thought they did, but they most likely didn't, right? So.
Yeah, I don't think anyone had checked there, as we do get a little bit of a ooh, look at this play. They faked over towards B. I think it was Memphi who kind of peeked the Viper wall. A is completely open. Now, finally, Jolly's going to rotate back. They would have had a great chance to get an aggressive spike plant down. Unfortunately, the landslide just took a little bit too long.
Yeah, they got the dart lined up, holding it, and great shot by Memphi, and now they should be onto site. Hopefully they get a plant down this time. Maybe. There we go.
Orthodox going to get that plant down. At least allow them to get some extra credits in case this round doesn't go how they plan, but they are up 1.
Yep. Although they're down guns for the most part, so it'll be pretty hard. But if they can get some good angles, you know, they can use those right clicks, and okay.
And 3 of them die immediately. How about 4? Ooh, Orthodox getting at least 1. 2 with that Bulldog he picked up off Jolly's body, but they do get the defuse. The Quakes just hold. Ooh, Orthodox.
Yeah, say with the 3-piece from Orthodox, but I mean,
I like the hold. Just hold it down. That's a great play.
I mean, honestly, that's actually really good. It means that the Quakes can't really bonus now for the most part, so they actually have a severe gun advantage comparatively to where if he doesn't get the 3 kills there, they actually have all guns, right? They have all the Spectres and stuff like that. So I think that's actually a huge deal for that. So they should have everything on their side to win this round as the landslide side.
It looks like the Quakes are just gonna, eco this round because of what happened.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you it really messes you up if you try to buy here and then you lose. So I think it's fine going down the 2-1, or at least having a pretty big chance of that, where you can buy next round. So
again, they fake the B side push. Memphi, I believe, is still over there for the landslides, but A is wide open. Orthodox is going to get probably the easiest plan of his life.
Spike planted.
Yep. Ooh, Memphis has a flank coming in here.
He's looking for it. He's going to play it really slow. If he can get it right as those 3 members of the Quakes peek their head out, he could absolutely dominate them as Deadshot. You got to land those, unfortunately. But here comes Memphis. He's going to have the whole team in front of him. He gets 1 and 2. He probably took his shot just a bit too early, though. And there's the shorty. The classic. I don't know how it's going to work in a 1v3 pursuing, though he did pick up a Vandal. But it looks like he's just going to hold and walk away for an exit frag. That's hilarious that it worked out.
I don't know how he gets these shorty kills. I mean, like, he knew where he was, too, by the way. Like, he saw stun go around the corner up, and then kind of like was like, I'm shooting this recon dart. Which is fair, but, I mean, maybe that's all part of his plan for the shorty. I don't know how he does it. Like, usually, I mean, the shorty range is so god-awful now. And he still just gets kills.
Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. Well, just like that, Landsides gets their first round, and now we're going to see a double buy from each team, and hopefully we can kind of see how these people are, how these teams are going to start playing their game, right? Are they going to kind of go for aggressive side, or are they going to go for, like, the bait and switch again, or something like that? So I guess we'll kind of see how Memphis starting with this pick here.
There's some interesting guns on the side of those Lancers. We have a Bulldog. I think somebody had a Judge.
I think the Bulldog was left over.
Yeah, you're right. The Bulldog was left over for Memphis. The Judge was bought, I think, by the Viper for the landslide, which is an interesting buy after winning a round.
Maybe the intent to play with Viper Wall or Viper Pit.
Yeah, I mean, he does have the Viper Pit up. I think you're right.
We haven't seen too many flashes here yet.
There it is. Yep,
oh, Judge. Right.
Playing the Judge. Oh, he gets caught with the knife, though. The Judge will do nothing. The Viper Pit will do nothing. Jolly is so good at these first bloods, by the way. So they get a trade. This would be a great flank for Jolly.
Oh, nice shot from Jolly. Jolly's playing really well.
2-on-2. Double Emperors is there.
Oh,
making
nice
a 1-on-2.
The 2 free agents.
Jolly and Piggle. They might not even be free agents after this. I feel like the Quakes just got to, do whatever it takes to get them on their team.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing great. Okay, we got a 2v1 here with CZ being quite low.
30 seconds left.
And, yeah.
Jolly's first blood, as you mentioned, that's why they had such a huge lead. Yeah. They kind of went away when they swapped sides against Tsunamis, and it slowed them down. Jolly just gets so many great first bloods for that team. That opens up everything else they want to do.
I agree. I think when Jolly usually gets the first kill of the round, things get going. I mean, the crazy thing that sucks there is, the Viper Pit's starting to go down, and then you get caught using your knife, and so that causes a pretty big shift. And I mean, the thing that's kind of hard, though, is like sometimes it's just like habit where you just kind of accidentally swap through or something like that, and that really does cost you, though. So hopefully next time they kind of learn that, hey, we do not pull that knife. We want to keep that Judge out.
Interesting that Landside's opted for a half buy here.
Yeah,
I see some Bulldogs, some Spectres.
Yeah, I think the round before they won, so they were kind of having a little extra money. I think they have a good shot of winning this round, maybe a little bit more with them off buys.
Yeah, that three kill by Orthodox in a losing round really just kind of changed the standard econ for both teams, it feels like.
Yeah. And it seems like Landside's up 1 here. Now they're up 2 here, and I'm pretty sure this is a like a semi-eco round for them.
Headshot gets a 3rd. Memphis looking for a peek onto somebody. Restro's actually pretty close. B is wide open. They should get an absolute free plan over on B. They just have to wait for CC to get there. Might not even matter as Memphis gets one. It's all up to Jolly. There is that spike down. Memphis gets it. Easy flawless for the landslides.
Yep. I don't know why, but something about just like taps in Valorant where it's just like the little like 1, 2, 3. And then you just the boop. I don't know. That to me is like the most satisfying kills usually, or the 1-taps, of course. But
1-taps are always the most satisfying. But I agree with you. Like the little like tap spray.
Yeah.
It's just such it's something that you have to train your brain because every other game you're just like, I just hold left click.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll just shoot. So I mean, it really just shows how many hours these players are putting in. 3-2. Not a bad start here to this one.
Yep, and Quakes are in quite a bad eco here, so. This is going to be a good opportunity for Landslides to kind of even it out here on the side of attack. And it seems they're kind of going for this B play here. And it looks like Quakes were kind of stacking that A site.
There's no one on B. We do get the knives immediately from Restro, which is something you and I spent a lot of time asking for last game.
Yeah, true.
So we do at least get those. They have the knives available for the landslides. I don't know if Deadshot's going to want to use them.
Yeah, I think it's fine with the weapon right now. They might have the idea in mind just in case they lose. Oh, and Restro, great headshot there. Starting out with a good thing in the knives.
Ooh, Memphi taking a ton of damage as well. Might want to use the Empress there, but just going to hold on to it. It's a 4v4.
Yep.
Viper wall for the Viper pit's up for the Quakes, but I don't think he uses it here. Well, there is Empress going to come out from Jolly, I believe, and then immediately. No, this is actually an Empress from Memphi taken out immediately. It's all up to a 2-on-1 for Orthodox. He dies to the pistol.
And Quakes take the round. I think that was a eco from them, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure they did not have that many weapons, but they kind of just got up some picks, got it up, and then ran with it. And I think that shows you that, you know, some teams that always are worth the extra effort is the teams that even on eco are playing exactly how they know their winning condition for that round, right? They are thinking about how they can win that round rather than, oh, we're ecoing, just play for next round.
Yeah, just, I mean, we got the Thrifty, and then, of course, we saw in the kill feed there a couple Spectres. I think there was a Frenzy, as you said. It just started out with a couple of good picks, and this Quakes team is a team, and they love their Spectres, too. We saw that in that game against Tsunamis. There's a couple players who were like, okay, it's time to upgrade. And they're like, no, I'm running the Spectre till I die.
Yeah.
So it is kind of interesting that they have that love for the gun. As Memphi, I would not be in mid Memphi against the Quakes.
Yeah, it seems that that's a good area for them. So, but it seems they're kind of holding it right now. Looks like they're kind of just playing a little bit of a default here, spreading out a little bit, seeing what information they can gather. And then, honestly, I feel like I haven't seen too many flashes going on here from the side of CC. Like, you know, you haven't heard a lot of those audible cues. It seems like that we're used to hearing. Do have Seekers out are ready to go here, so I imagine they kind of have a little Seekers play here onto the A site from the side of landslides. They also get the knives out. We like that.
We saw it the other week. I don't remember who it was. This.
A little too early.
Jetson going airborne in the Esports Tower has not worked out, but the Seeker into the Hunter's Fury might be a combo they want to pull out, as CC does get one before they get taken out.
Down A.
And they lose the Spike in potentially one of the worst spots to lose a Spike.
Yeah, now it's a 2v4 here for the side of landslides. It's be kind of hard there, but Memphi gets one pick and makes it just like that, and 2v2 scenario here.
Azzy gets a great pick. He's at 10 HP.
Just rip it.
just go across and just take the shot. You know.
Ooh, I mean, if he can get to that side, it's pretty good, at least position-wise for Snazzy, as long as they don't make any noise here. But
go for that recon
Piggy
dart.
can just play, yeah. So Piggy can play just pretty base safely with, he knows how lit he is, so.
Knows how lit he is, knows where the spike is.
Yeah. I thought, you know, maybe you go all the way across, and then you kind of just like look for an angle with no sound at all, and maybe but it's pretty hard when you have 10 HP.
10 HP, spike in, again, one of the worst spots to die with a spike is right there in the open.
Yep. And just that 5-2 Quakes, it seems like kind of go pretty well with momentum there. I mean, even when Landsides won that round, they didn't really let it affect them in terms of, like, you know, their play. So Quakes looking good so far, and it looks like Landsides have another eco round here with not many ults at the Hunter's Fury, and they still have the Seekers. So, oh, what a great shot.
Restro has been absolutely phenomenal tonight. First in the semifinals, then in the grand finals here. Orthodox looking for something. I want to see like Seekers into Hunter's Fury, something to maybe turn the tide here. We've not seen many good. Oh, now they're going to get sandwiched with something else the Quakes do so well.
Oh, nice shot from Jolly.
There's really nowhere to go if you're the remaining member of the Landslides. You are sandwiched effectively here. Snazzy does get one before he gets taken out, and now it's all up to Orthodox with the Marshall.
Oh, nice shot.
One. I think Burgun's low enough, too, that if he could hit him. Trying to get a lineup there to at least give himself some cover room.
With the try.
Stun's going to take him out.
Just like that, 6-2 Quakes. But it is now time for the buy from Landsides. And I honestly, I think for the Landsides and the side of Land, you know, for them, I think this is pretty big round for them to win. They have two ults, I think, that are pretty crucial. They can make use of those, and I think they kind of need to get something going here for the most part. It seems like Quakes are pretty aggressive, honestly. You see, you know, Restro in that last round playing pretty aggressive spot. They kind of switch around a lot. They'll play, you know, the pushing mid sometimes, and so I think Landslides just kind of need a coordinated attack here to see if they can kind of get the rolls wheeling, or the wheels rolling.
Like the secret start. Unfortunately, Memphis gets taken out by Jolly. Then immediately, we're going to see that Viper pit dropped by the side of the Quakes just to try and force them off of B.
And it seems like that's probably going to work. That's going to do a lot of damage if they try to go through it.
They're just kind of sitting in it, though, at the moment.
Well, I think it's because they know that no one's in it, but the only problem... Oh! Okay, that's why they were doing that. They kind of just knew that Viper wasn't in it, so they kind of forced her to drop it.
The other thing I do like is I think we've seen too many times in these last 2 games with the Landslides and Tsunamis. Is just the Quakes love when you go A because they will sandwich you with a great flank. It's a lot harder to flank people on B, and I think that's maybe why the Landslides wanted to sit B, but really they just got out the utility, and now they're going to move over to A.
Yeah, and so far so good. It looks like Restro is on ready for this rotate here, though.
What did Orthodox? I feel like had to have seen him.
I like that.
30 seconds left.
There's that Viper pit from Orthodox.
And a Hunter's Fury. It's Hunter's Fury on the side of Quakes.
Because Quakes Hunter's Fury, they do get 2 immediately. I don't know where this Hunter's Fury is going. We did not even see it on the screen.
I don't know. Throwing it in, Africa a little bit.
Hunter's Furies have had some adventures today. We have not had the best accuracy with
Mr. Worldwide.
Burkon gets a great pick onto Snazzy. There's the revive onto Jolly, just like that. It's 4-on-2.
But they do have the Viper's Pit, and they have a good flank here. I like this play from Orthodox as long as they can kind of get behind.
Oh, they're going to find Piggle.
Nice. Now they know where Orthodox is, but now they're running away. Oh, great shot from Stun. That was close.
I like that. Yeah, I like that play from the Landslides. It's just...
Quakes just got the better of them. I mean, a lot of the times it seems like the one thing I kind of see now for the most part is Landslides get picked off a lot post-plant in spots I think that they shouldn't. I think that's a big loss of rounds, especially, when every member counts in terms like that, right? So I think even one more there would have been a huge difference in that Viper's Pit. So I think the biggest thing from Landslides right now is you really got to make sure that you guys are kind of staying disciplined for your post-plant, or at least have the communication to, hey, what's our plan here, rather than just kind of like, oh, I'm holding this spot. Good luck.
The other thing I do like is the Landslides and Quakes feel like very identical teams. It also helps they're both playing the Reyna, is that both these teams have done really well when Memphis on the Landslides and Jolly on the Quakes have gotten First Bloods. And Jolly's won a majority of those battles. As I say that, Memphis does get a great pick onto Burkon before Jolly gets a nice trade. And I think that's the one thing. Both these Reynas kind of set up what the rest of the team wants to do. And there's Restro with the op, getting the kill onto Orthodox. Makes it a 4v3.
Yep. Oh, just like that, but he gets a pick here.
Last player standing.
Jolly is in the spawn.
And, okay, nice. CC gets a kill. All right. Well, got one. And, I mean, Quakes are looking dominating right now. I mean, granted, it's been a couple of econ rounds, but even on the non-eco rounds, Quakes are just playing phenomenal today, it seems like. Got the momentum from last game.
And that, taking a look at that replay, that felt like a miscommunication because Orthodox was pushing Piggle in the tube, then turned around and got Memphis kind of just stuck where Piggle was looking right at him.
Yeah.
I feel like you want to just try and sandwich that Sage, use 2 of your members, use your numbers. Yeah, we get another eco round, and you start to wonder, okay, you have to eco here, then you can get one more good round. We can be looking at 10-2 at the half easily here for the Quakes.
Also, I think we kind of needed an ult from Snazzy here. I feel like it's been kind of held at least like 3 or 4 rounds now. And Restro with the op has been a fantastic job. Does hit Deadshot here, so they will be quite lit here.
I feel like I think Deadshot saw Restro. You just need to ping that and use the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah.
They just let him get away for free. Now Snazzy goes down, so we will not get a Hunter's Fury this time.
That person's also up. Oh, nice shot there from Orthodox. Ooh.
For some crazy.
Oh, great dart. That was cool.
There's some good dodges here as well. Memphis
does hit him. Pretty low there.
Marshall. I'd like to see Restro maybe just pop those knives and charge in. They are all very low.
I was like, what? Oh, they are very low now. Memphis does get one. It's a 3v3 here, but the side of Quakes, they got at least 1 low, whereas Landslide's got 2 pretty lit here. But Piggy is holding this down. So maybe they'll kind of get a pick here. Turns out not. They'll go all the way around.
30 seconds
Little
left.
B rotate.
I like that. I like the B rotation.
Yep, they have Empress still, which is their highest HP member, so that's in their favor. Although they have a Martial
yeah,
Empress.
Martial Empress is the play we're looking for.
That'd be cool.
Hey, if he pops off, Memphis hit a lot of shots. I think
true.
Orthodox has as well. There's a reason why the Quakes.
And
There's
doesn't
another
need
one.
it. Oh, there's the heal. Nice. Love that.
That's 2 full health members for the Quakes. And remember, Piggle's probably going to stick this defuse if given the opportunity.
Yep.
Memphis got to challenge him.
Oh,
Burkon just
great
live off.
job.
He gets it, but he
Oh.
can't land it, and Piggle turns on him.
That was a fantastic teamwork from Quakes there, by the way. If Vipers,
round
like, if
in
the
the
twin
VAL.
snakes thing did not go right there, he actually would have lost the round.
That was
fantastic.
And I just love that Piggle's going to stick it. I
Yeah,
don't know if
yeah.
teams realize that yet. It's a great no-scope, trying to clutch it. Just missed, I think missed the one chance at the right click that would have won the round.
Yeah. And it would have been close, too, right? I mean.
Yeah, it would have been very, very close if that right click even would have come off. As you said, that Viper slow had to be in the perfect spot.
Yeah. I just love Piggy's, determination.
Blocking sight.
They're going to drop that Sage Wall, and they are not letting go.
You said pros don't fake.
It's true. And it's worked twice here.
And a lot of esports tower members have faked, and I think maybe they're used. Okay, he's just gonna fake. He's not gonna.
If it hesitated, they'd have lost the round.
We do see an A push here from the Landsides. They already lose one member. You might as well use the Hunter's Fury at this point.
Yep.
You don't have another chance to use it here, Snazzy.
And Landsides kind of need this round for momentum-wise, but it seems like Quakes are kind of just running through them at this point.
Oh, they're going to get a huge flank here from Burkon. I don't think they're going to be expecting it. Burkon, oh, he's just going to wait this one out.
I like the spot. They're not even checking. Oh, okay.
Oh, he's going to get a huge flank. He just has to wait. There's Snazzy. This is the easiest lineup ever.
There we
Burkon
go.
gets a triple. Nobody checked the corner. And it's 10-2 at half.
I love the trigger discipline. He wanted to so bad when he saw the first two, but he was like, "Where's the third? Where's the third?" And then he saw the third, and just he hit his shots too, right? Sometimes when it's that open, it's like it's almost scary because you're like, "Oh God!" Like
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, like
It's
what if
so
I miss?
easy.
What if I miss? Yeah. But I think they did a great job of just waiting, seeing them go through. They knew that they had to wait for one more, and then just gun them down.
And that was great discipline to back up,
Yes.
too, is not challenge them while they're walking across spawn, because he maybe gets 2 and then dies.
Yeah, and also he knew that the farther targets were limited in terms of like time to shoot them, and so he started with them, then went closer as he went on. So that was great.
Well, 3 rounds away from the Quakes going to match point in our grand finals. And more heartbreak for the Landslides. We'll see. Last time on Icebox, the Quakes sort of had some issues closing the game out for the first few rounds.
Yep. And I kind of Restro doing a fantastic job there. Restro and Jolly kind of getting a lot of those first blood of these rounds. And I feel like that's a random spot for Deadshot to be.
Yeah, that was. I don't think I've ever seen anyone there.
Yeah, like okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean maybe something we don't know about, but
No fear from Piggle here.
yeah,
Wall and plant, wall and defuse.
does not. Oh, it's Piggle. I've been calling him Piggy. I've called him Piggy the entire time.
One enemy.
Oh! 8 HP for Orthodox in a dream.
Piggle-
And Piggle just.
Does not. I feel like Piggle holding corners is like the most discipline on your team. Like some people might be like, "Oh, I want to peek." Piggle is sitting there and not moving.
Piggle's like, I will not move. Look, we're going to see this replay. Watch the silhouette of Piggle. He's going to watch his 2 teammates die and just say,
I'm sitting here.
I'm
Good luck.
here.
Doesn't move.
He's got to walk past me.
Yep. And right there. Yeah. And I mean, sometimes it's great to have it on your team, like knowing that someone's just going to sit there. Like, granted, they're not top fragging, they're not doing anything crazy, but like them having the discipline to like hold plants, to hold diffuses, to hold those corners. Like, you need someone like that on your team.
100% agree. And we are going to see a little bit of a half buy here for the Landsides, I think, realizing they don't want to go down 12-2. Though, if they lose this
nice
round, it's
shot.
going to make the next round even harder. Deadshot gets one. They trade it out. Oh, Memphis with a great pick. It's down to a 3-on-3, though.
Oh, that was a really cool shock dart.
Burkon looking for a couple orthodox with that. Marshall just misses.
2v2 here.
HP bars are very low for the side of the Quakes, but they get it done.
Yeah, oh, by the way, right, fix that, you know, in quotes, the jump right click. Yeah, okay.
Match point.
And now you're going to be forced to, like, the half buy,
Yeah,
barely
you gotta
eco buy on
put
match
everything you into it, at least winning this round, so you have to buy all the way down.
They get at least one Spectre, I think a couple of Marshals for the landslides. Looks like a Guardian is in there as well.
Yeah, you don't want to pull the VCT match at the Berlin last time, or I think it was Iceland, where the people just forgot to buy the last round, and it was like 12-2 right now, and the team those two just didn't buy anything. So.
Oh, we can eco this round.
Exactly. So they have the buys. I mean, honestly, the buys are actually pretty even for the most part. I think a little bit of advantage to Quakes with the Vandal or two, but for the most part, it seems like it's pretty even with some Ares and some things like that. Ooh.
Deadshot getting 2 and dashes away. It's a great start for the landslides here. They may even make it 3 for Deadshot.
Ace.
Last player standing.
Deadshot's going to basically single-handedly will his team to another round.
Yeah, I mean, Deadshot last 2 rounds has had some fantastic, plays there. I think the A hold from Deadshot has been quite comfortable, as it seems, for the most part.
Probably an eco round here from the Quakes. They have so much leeway. You can't blame them if they
sometimes the Quakes just take a round or 4 to end it out.
Yeah, they take a few rounds off sometimes.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it happens. So now you just gotta eco, try to get some picks, try to get some cool stuff going, and then next round you win it.
Get out of my way.
Or so you think.
Or maybe Restro pops off
knives.
with the knives here, and you win in the eco round.
So both teams have had some really good eco rounds. So other knives coming out.
Yeah, dueling knives for Deadshot. Ooh, Burkon's in a great little spot there. Orthodox kind of tries to get a bit too aggressive there. Oh, Deadshot's right on the other side of mid.
You got trading for those knives.
Trading Vipers for knives.
Yep.
Restro's looking for somebody. Oh, great pick from CC. Oh, my goodness.
Oh!
What a turn from Deadshot. I feel like Stunts just planted a spike there. Get some credit.
Okay, so there's no way. Oh,
is he going to do this? Okay.
Man, that was tragic. That actually probably could have been the round difference, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes you're not looking the other way and you miss every single knife.
I don't think he expected him to be there.
And then the worst part is like the right click of being like, oh well.
Worst part is also the Deadshot heard all the knives and turned on him and then headshot him.
Yeah, I mean he had the right click going, so it was fine. Or did he? I think he did.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did have the right click. It's still match point. That was an eco round for the Quakes. They still have. I mean, we act like it's concerning. It is 12-4.
Yeah.
The landsides are going to have to put together about 8 more rounds like that.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
great first
Memphis
blood.
getting their first blood, so we're looking pretty good here. I don't think it's not possible. So, whew.
Or maybe we're going to go one more round at least.
Unless, something crazy happens with the Hunter's Fury killing someone today, which has not happened, so becoming a myth at this point.
Now this would be which is funny because before you joined casting this Red Hots, I think we were averaging like 1 kill per Hunter's Fury in the esports tower, and then you come along and wow.
I come along and what? What were you going to say there? You going to finish that?
I was going to say, you come along and nobody can hit a Hunter's Fury.
Oh,
Your presence just intimidates these players.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I don't know what the difference is.
They've seen my Sova back in the day, man.
Yeah, they're like, well, this is so.
Yo, do you play Sova in beta, man? Yeah, they know me.
Famous, world famous beta Sova player, Red Hot.
I looked at all the Reddit videos. I was there.
You were the Reddit videos.
I wish.
I do like this double push here. I mean, you feel like you just got to rip the Hunter's Fury, right? Just like.
I think at this point your best bet is probably post plant. Yeah, I think at that point your best bet is probably post plant because at that point you can at least have the threat of that.
Yeah, if you have a good lineup with your shock darts, you have a lot of ways to deny post plant. Deadshot to get an op.
Just like this, it's 12-5. I mean, we saw the same thing happen last game.
True.
So maybe
they
Quakes
did lose 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah, so maybe Quakes are like, all right, guys, we got one more after this, and that's the 4, and then we can end it.
And they are going to be forced to eco here for the most part.
Decently eco. Not too bad.
And they have 4 alts available. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they can kind of make up for the lack of guns with the
Yeah,
their
I
alts.
mean, I think at that point, though, you kind of want to just save it for the guaranteed round, you know? Or at least I think. Oh, Seeker's coming out.
Seekers do come out. We saw some good damage there on the dead shot, I believe. Did force to get healed up.
Yep.
Recon bolt does land on Burkon there. Nobody's going for the flanks or the landslides, and that's a great first pick from Retro, especially on to Memphis. Here comes the Hunter's Fury.
Okay.
Did not find anyone, but it did force Piggle into it. We get a bunch of trades. It's a 3-on-2.
Oh, caught in the animation. Man, that isn't lucky.
All up to Jolly, but oh, that's huge.
Oh.
He does it! Jolly with the 1-on-2 clutch. The Quakes win another game, 13-5 on Icebox. It's deja vu all over again. If you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, game producers, then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights with our featured Rumbles. Recruiters are taking notice as well. Great way to score exposure if they're going to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. Quakes, I mean, pretty dang strong on Icebox. We've seen them twice, and they pretty much dominated 2 of our better teams in the Rumbles, and the Tsunami and the Landslides on Icebox.
Yeah, I mean, it's just got a lot of momentum going, and like I said, I think their team's playing really well together. I think like the Piggle wall into the Viper twin snakes was really great. I think something like that is communicated, or at least they're thought of to work with them. And so I think the team is playing really well together. I think sometimes closing those matches might feel a little rough, but at the end of the day it was 13-5. So I mean, at the end of the day it was a great. They just kind of stomped them. Yeah. But I mean, it just took a couple rounds for them to end it, and I think they're playing phenomenal, and I think it's cool to see. I think it's cool to see up-and-coming new teams in the Rumble come and show that they can compete in the league.
Hey, no one's going to remember you struggled to close it out when you win 13-5, especially when you had a 10-2 lead at the Landslides at halftime. That is absolutely insane. Well, the Quakes have the Landslides on the rope and are 1 game away from us crowning a new champion for the 3rd straight Rumble. Can they close out the Landslides? Remember, last time the Landslides were on match point, they won 13-0 in Game 2. Could that come back and we see another Game 3? Find out after this break.
Through them at this point.
Oh, they're going to get
Because you're like, oh god, like
what am I going to do?
yeah, like
It's
what
so
if I miss?
easy.
What if I miss? Yeah, but
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
I forgot.
broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We're broadcasting it live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. And for the second time in a row, we're at a spot that no one would have ever expected. If I told you coming off our Summer Rumble series, the Landslides would be in the grand finals facing match point, you'd say, oh yeah, they're probably just absolutely bodying teams because they won 8 straight. Well, the fall, it's a different season. It is different teams. And the Quakes have the Landslides on match point for the second grand finals in a row. Last week, they absolutely blew Tsunamis out of the water. 13-0 in Game 2. Landslides ended up losing that in an epic Game 3. We'll see if the Quakes can shut the door, be crowned champions as we head to Bind. Fish and Red Hots here calling all of the action. And, I mean, the Quakes kind of absolutely bodied the Landslides in Game 1. We go to Bind. Do you think that the Landslides are going to have another insane performance like we saw a couple weeks ago in Tsunamis? I mean, who do you kind of favor here in game number 2?
Yeah, I mean, I think basing off last week, right, I think Landslide came back and had that 13-0. I think the Quakes are looking really good right now. I think the biggest thing here that we'll most likely see is I know Landslides played a pretty different comp last time in terms of like their icebox to bind angle here. So I think the biggest thing is I think comps will play a big reason. I think the CC Sky wasn't looking too hot as it usually was doing pretty well, but it seemed like something was off, or it wasn't like clicking with the team on Icebox at least. You didn't hear a lot of those flashes go off. You didn't see a lot of those seekers, and so I think the biggest thing is maybe swap that around a little bit.
Here is our bracket. Here is how we got here. Quakes took down the Tsunamis with relative ease. Landslides did the same to the Infernos in our semifinals today, and now we are on match point. It is game 2 of the semifinals. Game 2 of the grand finals, just around the corner. Quakes looking to close things out against the Landslides. Before we get to that, though, we do have Doc's keys to the game, which are focus angles and flank, know your win conditions, count cards, call abilities, and click heads. It's all presented by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. The Quakes surprised everybody. Took home game 1 on Icebox in a dominant fashion. Good, 1 game away now from winning this week's championship, being our 3rd straight new Rumble champion. Good news for the Landslides, though. We are headed to Bind, which we have been told is one of their stronger maps, and it's a map that helped them level the series last week. Will the Quakes come out with a statement? Will the Landslides push us to a Game 3? We are about to find out. And we get a bit of a agent change here. We're going to see Deadshot, at least for now, hovering that Sky. I thought he was great. He's actually going to lock it in on that Jet. Memphis on that Jet he's a lot more comfortable in. We see here, Quakes, they know what they're up against. They have full locked in already in a comp. We have not really seen them play in terms of who's on what agent.
Yeah, it seems like for the most part we are seeing both Astras, which I think Astra on Bind is actually just like way too good to not use it. I think Viper does well, but I think Astra having the opportunity to basically play both sides at the same time with their smokes and her concusses and all that good stuff, she gets a lot of value. And a lot of people play Raze on this map as the double duelist. It seems that the side of Landslides are opting for the 1 duelist comp, whereas the Quakes are kind of going for that 2. We're seeing Deadshot on the Sky. It seems like they kind of figured that, hey, maybe CC playing the Sky last game didn't do too well. Let's kind of swap it up for the Sova, and yeah.
I do like Orthodox on the Killjoy because there is one thing that if you've been watching for a while and you've been watching the Landslides, you might notice that Prestige and Solix aren't here. They just weren't able to make it this week. I'm sure I think they've been told they'll be back next week. Orthodox and Deadshot just filling in as free agents, and they're used to Solix on the Killjoy, Prestige almost always on the Sky. So this is also a team comp I think a lot of the members of Landslides are just more used to playing, which I think that familiarity might also help them here on Bind.
Yep. And I really want to see some good Raze ults coming out through. I think the last time we've kind of seen Razes on this map, it hasn't been as big of an impact as we would like, right? So hopefully we can see some cool Raze plays kind of go off here. And they've been playing really well today, so let's see how it goes.
Sad we're not going to see a Cypher and U-Haul spraying with the Odin. We're going to see a great first kill from Memphis there before he does get traded out. Rester just putting some smokes down and a great use of that wall as Deadshot picks up another one. Flash does go out there. We get a nice trade.
Healing them up, and looks like they're kind of rotating over now.
CC all alone for now on this A site waiting for his team.
Yep.
Ooh, nice shooting there from CC. Burkon looking to hold down U-Haul all alone. Gets overwhelmed.
Last player standing.
They're pretty lit now, so this could be a Restro. Oh, so it was definitely doable, but they did a great job of kind of just rushing them through and making sure that they didn't get time set up.
pushing together, not standing in front of each other, doing a great job making it. If he had hit those first shots, I think you're right. It could have maybe gone his way because everybody is pretty lit on the land side, as you see in this replay here. CC was already low. Great job there by Stun. He was able to get a couple of them low as well, but missed those first couple shots, and that makes it all the much harder.
So Orthodox is playing really aggressive that round on the Killjoy. Just kind of the jump right-click straight into U-Haul. I definitely wouldn't have expected that either, so it's a great job just kind of doing something out of the ordinary to make sure that they don't really know what's going on. And, yeah.
So I would assume if the Quakes win this, it's going to be on, not on the back of Jolly, but on the back of Jolly First Blood.
Yeah. These got a lot of good impactful kills, I would call them, I guess, for the First Bloods.
Take out the Roomba.
Yeah. Good grenade.
Doesn't look like it hit anything.
Oh.
Ooh.
Did a lot of damage at the end there, yeah.
Snazzy gets hit there on the second one. Thought Snazzy had dodged that. Everybody's over here on B except for CC and Deadshot.
Oh. You're stuck in teleporter, though.
No, I'm sure that's... Oh, they're just going to leave him there.
The only problem is he can push out, but...
Oh,
yeah,
and he gets him.
just like that, yeah.
I don't know why I don't know why you didn't hold the teleporter there. You had him dead. They all teleport over to A, though. CC's in the bathroom. Gets one. Looking for another. How about 3?
Wow.
Okay.
He was ready. He said, I've been waiting here this entire time. Wow. That was a great job there. Honestly, great timing from Deadshot there coming out of the teleporter and kind of catching him on the, having their backs against them. So, Landside's doing great so far, but it is now a bye round from Quakes, so it's time to see what they're actually made of in terms of what their plans are and what their strategies are.
So far, the agent change has paid off huge for the Landsides. Of course, we still have a long way to go in game number 2, but CC doing incredible on that Sova. Haven't really seen too much from Deadshot in terms of the Sky utility. Just a very solid player on that agent.
Really kind of getting ready for a tap here. Yeah, but it isn't Marshall. Jet Marshalls. Memphis likes them. Oh, just like that. Yeah. That's a really great kill there coming from Memphis here. Really sets the tone of the game, especially at the start when you're on a save round. And it looks like they are going to push up and get that gun. Around the corner, though. Oh.
Doc at least stops the spree at 1.
That was kind of a cheeky play, honestly. Kind of having 2 there, ready to go.
I've seen a lot of teams do that. Nice flash coming out there, but Deadshot unfortunately walks right into it. Restro. Nice little 2-piece. It's up to CC.
Spike planted.
Okay. I will say it is interesting how Restro is on the Astra, right? He's been the Jet player, so kind of fragging out in the Astra, which is really cool to show some range, kind of, the agents you can play, because, I mean, by no means are those even close to similar play styles, so I always like seeing people who can play the multiple agents well, of course.
And here, I think that spray fire is going to kind of cost CC. He got a great jump on Burkhan, and it just took him way too long to finish him off.
Good try, though. And I think they can double buy now, so both teams can buy. It looks like Memphis does have that op on the Jet here. Pretty good on this map. Showed that, with the Marshall, they're kind of warmed up and ready to go, so hopefully we can see some cool op spots coming in.
I'm curious how Restro's going to use the Astro Wall, because my only criticism was on the Jet. He was very, very hesitant as Jolly gets another First Blood. Turns away. Orthodox gets 1 pick with the judge.
Ooh, that was really close to stun. That was a 15 HP Sky for you.
Memphis in mid, by the way, with that op. It's a very interesting place to come from Hookah and try and op defensively, and Restro's going to try and hold him down, and CC gets a nice little pick there. It's a 3-on-3 with the spike down.
Ooh, he heard it. Oh, nice shot. Man. I feel like Stun's been on so low, but just keeps getting more kills.
Seekers come out, and the Astro Wall come out. That is a great play there to kind of cut off the landslides.
Oh. Peak Wall concussed, which was interesting.
Yeah, you had to assume that somebody was following that Seeker, by the way.
And I feel like even if no one is, right, you're at an inherent disadvantage peeking with concuss.
Yeah.
Because you can't see.
Maybe he thought that someone would follow the Seeker through the wall and thought, I don't know, that was kind of strange.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it happens. But,
I honestly, I was just stunned, that we got an Astro Wall. I think Astro Walls and Raze ults are the 2 ults that you and I have been very, come on,
I think
please.
the last, 3 series we've seen, though, Astroval's been used a lot, and pretty well, right?
I was worried Restro was going to hold on to it because, I mean, he held on to knives for 7 rounds. So I was like, okay.
He's been doing great, though, so, I mean, hey.
Can't criticize. If you don't need the ult to kill people, I can't be mad about it.
The one thing I will say sometimes with Dissipate Astroval is people sometimes kind of go with the diagonal angle, and sometimes I'm like, I think you just have to straight shot it sometimes. So.
Got caught there, but did luckily get out in the dash.
Nice flash. Oh, great shot.
Urcon looking for it now. They get a nice trade there.
The Raze bot was the worst when you have to reload and the Raze bot's coming in. You're like, well, here's my fate.
Guess I'm dead.
Yeah, I agree.
Orthodog. Ooh, Memphian stun here in a nice little battle.
Wow, great concuss there for the Astra. That was phenomenal. This Astra is just being annoying.
The Quakes are on top. I thought the Landslides had a great start to this.
Yep. Granted, annoying in a good way, just to clarify.
Yeah.
Like, when I say, Astra being annoying, it's a good thing. It means you're doing a great job having those concusses and smoke and stuff like that. It's really hard to play against.
But
right here.
I think they concussed Memphi twice in U-Haul.
Yeah.
First time he got caught trying to dash and it pulled him back in.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it was the end animation that concussed him.
Yeah.
So. Got caught, and, pretty even, more so for Landslides. Obviously, CC's kind of above the rest, but since they're kind of all doing a great job there, fragging out, or doing their best job, and, Quakes are kind of come back at this point. They started off 2-0, but now it is 3-2.
You get another op from Memphi, by the way.
If he can afford it, I would think so, but then again, I don't think he's gotten a kill.
Yeah, he has one somehow.
I don't know if he's gotten really a kill yet, besides the Marshall kill. There it is. Okay. Great job, Jiggle peeking there.
He's trying to take down Piggle on B long as well. He finally does retreat. Got a handful of ults here for the Landslides. Maybe 100. I feel like Hunter's Fury here, maybe.
Yeah, we haven't seen that too much.
Is Hunter's Fury down Hookah?
Or a little, if you have Recon Drone, you can always just do the 1-2. Classic.
They do have that Killjoy ult as well. So
they're kind of just playing slow here. I guess they're kind of just waiting for stuff to see what's going on. But I don't know if they really want to commit here yet, or if they're just waiting for something.
I would like to see either the Hunter's Fury, or if you're not quite sure where they are, at least Killjoy them off B, because you have a nice setup on A.
Yeah.
You have 3 on A. If you force them over towards that A site, you might get a couple of picks.
30 seconds left.
You see 2 members of the Quakes rotating over there, but the spike now finally will move as well.
Yeah, they don't have too much time left, so they got to start making something happen pretty quick here, or they're not going to have enough time to actually get site and plant.
Everyone did bail, though. It's actually a 4-on-1 now for the Landslides on A, because Deadshot and Memphi, who were on A just about 10 seconds ago, bailed on it. Snazzy, though, gets 1. Here we go. Going to try and plant behind the wall. Barely gets it off.
Pulls the pistol.
Snazzy got stuck reloading.
Okay, now they're both reloading again. Oh, nice job. Yo, 1v3, and Jolly is too far away.
Jolly is nowhere.
Unless they don't stick, maybe. Unless.
CC had a great angle as well. You just got to stay alive here if you're Jolly. Ooh.
Or you can frag out and not get a kill and die.
Did a great job dodging the flash.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a great sandwich there. Yeah, I don't really know. I guess Jolly was trying to clear out B and stop a rotation, but his team just died too soon.
Turret out.
Memphi gonna eco here, gonna probably pop those knives. You would assume if he just has a pistol at the moment.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Jolly, thought they could get there faster, but the enemy team was wary of their position.
Yeah, that round just took too long for me. If I'm a Quakes fan, they just
I'm a Quakes fan.
I don't have a rooting interest, but if speaking for the Quakes fan, I didn't like how long that round took.
Yeah, that's right. They do. Yeah, it seems they're pretty indecisive.
Yeah, they want to sit hookah and they want to pick.
I like this play. Accidentally went too far up on the second.
Second rocket path?
Pack. Yeah, it's called. Jump pack.
Yeah, the second jump.
Yeah, sorry. Holy.
We have esports tower players, when they leave their feet, they have not had very good
that
luck,
is true.
regardless of what agent they play.
Besides last map on Icebox when Memphi jumped up in the air. Do you remember that? Yeah, that worked out.
No one else
so
has had
take
any
that
luck.
one.
Mainly it's been the Jets. Snazzy with the nice pick. Hey, this is a good game. 4-3.
Yeah, it's just they kind of keep rocking 2 rounds in each way. For the most part, it seems like, okay, well, you win 2 rounds, I win 2 rounds, you win 2 rounds, But, Eco here from Quakes, although it seems like they have a decent amount of money, but not. They only have enough for like 2 to buy, so they're probably just gonna kind of do a little bit Eco here. Seems like Landside are doing a pretty good job at like just stopping all kind of pushes, no matter where they're going, even if they're spread out. Memphi has it op again, kind of holding it, playing around.
I do want to see this NA push from the Quakes because I feel like they've had success early on with just shoving A. They've lost their momentum as Memphi gets one right onto Burkon in bathroom. Ooh. And Jolly's now going to peek with the Sheriff.
Oh, nice shot. Through the wall. Oh, nice job there. And just keeps peeking. Oh, nice shot. Okay, that was a quick round. Hey, they said you said to go quick.
I did say go quickly on to A. I guess I kind of baited them.
And they said quick to next round.
All right, GG next.
That's okay. Now they can buy.
I haven't liked their B pushes at the prop for Quakes. Their B pushes have been kind of like, we'll all sit in hookah and hope someone gets a kill somehow, and then we'll all push.
It's just hard because, I mean, I think at the end of the day, you're trying to bait Astra Utility because, I mean, when Astra Utility is up, it's really hard to push through hookah, and usually they kind of had Memphi in that long push, but it seems like they kind of can't really commit to something, or at least, like, they can't sync something up, I guess, right? They need some ults. They need to use some, you know, maybe the Astra Wall, maybe the Killjoy ult, but instead they're kind of just like, we should just look for more, you know, recon or something like that. So.
I like what Jolly's going to do here in that teleporter. Jolly's going to wait. We've seen a couple players do this.
It's cool when it works.
So far, I don't know. CC on that Sova. Keeping an eye on the map. They're just going to walk away, so I don't think it's going to work as Snazzy gets that first pick onto Piggle.
They have Seekers ready to go. I don't know if they want to just rip them.
I kind of wanted to, yeah, I was rip Seekers into
this is
Astral
close.
maybe. Snazzy gets another one.
3v5 here. I mean, the weird thing is they're buying, but like, I don't know.
It doesn't feel like they're doing anything with their buys. They're just buying because they know.
And they had a lot of ults up too. That's what I'm kind of.
They had 4 ults up and didn't use a single. I mean, so of course the Empress is reactive. You can't revive on the stage when you're the first one to die. But yeah, just pop Seekers. Maybe throw down an Astra Wall.
I think if they pop Seekers, also that flank from Raze there is pretty good. It would be huge from the flank, but. Seems like it's just kind of going downhill for the Quakes. I think it's still, you know, definitely winnable. It's not Doom or anything with that. They just need to kind of talk together and kind of figure it out what they need to, you know, fix for. Ooh, does get the miss there. That's gonna be a good opportunity.
Nice challenge there.
Nice trade. Okay, never mind. Not a good trade. I didn't mean that.
Hey, they got the op. Red Hot said that's a good trade. Your whole team for the op.
Okay, first it was like a 1-for-1. And I was like, that's pretty good. And then the rest came. And that was...
I don't know if you want a conga line down mid. It feels like a bit aggressive.
It looked like it did great. I mean, if you think about it, they're speed running their eco rounds, dude. They are not about it.
I don't know. Hey, I mean, you know, I like that. I don't like when teams are like, oh, we're ecoing, but we're going to play slow. I like that. You know what? I have a Sheriff. All right, I'll get in there.
I agree.
Maybe I'll land a crazy headshot.
Oh, see, Seekers off rip. Here we go. Look at that shot going. Hold it out. Okay, just kidding. I lied.
Oh, there's Jolly.
Seekers are so cursed.
You will not kill my
Nice revive.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Hunter's Fury.
I
Nice.
do not see it on the map. They do get a Killjoy. Ult out.
Okay, PB.
Memphi gets a nice one. It's a 3-on-2. Just use your Seekers.
He's got him hooked here.
Well, he kind of gave up his angle.
Oh, that was a great shot from Fickle there. And 1v2 here. Could make it potentially, you know, a 1v2 or like a 1v1 here.
You got to push. Yeah, I like Jolly and Pickle. They're pushing together.
Oh, I like this spot. You kind of wait for him to plant probably.
Oh, just need to find that. Still a 1v2. You just rip Seekers here,
Yeah,
I feel like.
I also like the plant's position here. It's pretty safe.
One enemy remaining.
One. Oh, nice spray transfer from Orthodox there. Gets the defuse.
Wow.
All right, the Landslides just... They won a game 3. It's not 13-0, but it's still pretty dominant.
Yeah, I mean...
This is a 6.
The thing I don't get, though, is, like, there's one play that he can do, and that's to push you for the bomb. That's it. And I think if you're going to double peek him, like, you got to communicate a little bit more of, like, hey, we're peeking now. But at the same time, like, your team should be the people who are like, yo, just play time. You know, that's how you get your dubs.
And you knew he was there because he had already killed
Yeah,
one
exactly.
of the
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, I don't know where he was. Maybe he's in hookah. You knew he was right there.
Yeah, and it's like, you can't really flank you. You're just holding the angle.
Yeah, that was...
But, hey, next round, Landslide is doing great, fantastic. Can't take it away from him.
Win here.
Oh, here we go, like that. And just like that, that's how you got to start your round.
Here's the Seekers. This is the final round, so every ult will probably get used here. They're going to know exactly where Deadshot is. I mean, you win this, 8-4 feels pretty strong going into half. Wow. That's a great job by Restro.
And Jolly and Restro getting all the kills that round. Actually, no, I think there was one from someone else. Wrong. I like the. See, that's the race play I like, though. You know, you catch them off their toes when you're running with the judge. Jump packing to them
right into the op too, and so Memphis doesn't have a great close range answer to the op. With the judge with an op out.
And just like that,
8-4 feels a lot better than 9-3 as we switch sides.
If they reverse that, they win. Oh, 12-4. Almost.
I mean, but you win a pistol round here if you're the Quakes.
Yep.
Then you're pretty much favored in the next round. I mean, you go 8-4, 8-6 just like that.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Quakes are doing a little bit better in the last couple rounds, and I actually think Quakes' defense is usually what's their strongest suit. I think they play defense in kind of a unique way. They aren't afraid to push out in certain angles. They aren't afraid to push up mid, or they aren't afraid to push out other angles or flanks. And so I think they do a really good job of that. So hopefully we can kind of see that turnaround here. Maybe that's the big difference. So.
They do get the wall down in time. I think the dog did just land on the Jolly, so Memphis wants to challenge, but Jolly does get away.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe. Well, Memphis actually going to say, no, you're not going to get away. Gets another one on to Piggle. So much for winning that pistol round.
Yeah, and wow. Landsides came in here quick.
Well, you said, I mean, the Quakes really speed run anytime they don't have real guns.
Yeah.
They really do speed run the pistol rounds and the eco rounds. Hard to speed run defensively, but somehow they did it.
Yep.
I like this play by Memphis, too.
I do, too. I think it's a really aggressive play that they kind of need to kind of keep them on their toes, and you have different angles there, and it's really hard to kind of react to when you have multiple people in different angles. And getting stuck, and it seems like they healing animation where they just heal themselves, so couldn't really do anything else after that.
And I'm a huge fan. I mean, Memphis, I think he was maybe bottom fragging when that came in. I like just still being aggressive, though. Not changing your play style because you're not having a good game. Ooh, they almost get the dog.
Oh, wow.
Ends up killing Burkhan with a great spray through the smoke.
I would say I always do like when, you know, even if you're not frag out and stuff, like being the duelist that your team needs sometimes. And that's just sometimes you have to just go crazy and create space for your team to take advantage of that, right? Rather than just kind of sitting there and not doing anything.
They should know there's one in Bath because they did shoot at Memphis when he tried to jump to heaven. He gets a great pick onto Restro, though. 5-on-3. Ooh, Piggle with a nice relocation. Should be able to take out Memphis. Maybe this round isn't as over as I thought. Charlie gets the 3-piece. Needs one more. Push them together.
Oh.
And they end up coming out barely.
And Quakes needed that. That's something that you need. I think once you get kind of 10, or, you know, that 10 area, the double digits, it kind of starts being a little bit more spooky than like a 9. So I think they're in a good spot. It's 9-5. They still got a lot of game to play, and this could be a good, you know, swing for the Quakes.
Yeah, I thought that round was easily in hand here for the Landslides when it was, I think, 5-3, but then Jolly and Piggle, great picks. Jolly been playing phenomenal here. Almost got a 4-piece, but CC got the nice headshot onto him.
Yeah. And just like that, we got a huge gun advantage here for the Quakes. So if Quake wins this, they're only 3 rounds away. So this is a big round from the Quakes. I also like the Landslides going for the 5 frenzies. And they're going to hold forward here, it seems. And they can get a pick.
Oh, Piggle got caught.
Got the wall off, though.
Well, it does help quite a bit. They should be able to take care of it, though, with that Asher Smoke. CC's just going to lead the charge. Does get immediately blinded. We have seen some very interesting eco round strategies. Memphis wasn't on board, though.
And it was going great until you just get actually firing squatted.
I think all of their corpses might be next to each other.
Oh, he's going in. Yeah, Jolly's the one person who will go take that.
They had, you know, they had stun behind him.
I think Calm's just like, yo, wait, I'm going in.
I wonder what the comms were after you see that kill.
Yeah, I mean,
it's done. Just
probably like
mowed you
the
down.
it's like the nice, you know. That's usually.
Oh, I wanted to hear the landslides. Feel like, oh, guys, we're going.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all blinded and we're all dead.
Yo, we got Sage. Go, go, go. There's a wall there, and then just.
Yeah, I was. Neither of these teams are fan of pistols. I've taken. Anytime the attacking team has had to eco so far on bind, they're like, okay, whatever. Just like we're gonna go in, like we're gonna conga line you down. We might get a kill. We might just all die in the same spot.
Yep. And just like that, 9-6 here. Both teams are pretty even in terms of guns here in eco. We do have the Empress available. I know Jolly can kind of turn around with that, so we'll kind of see how that goes. Ooh,
great pick to start. Now, I want to see the Empress here, but
Nice.
does get picked off by Deadshot. Deadshot with a great turn as well with the flick. 3-on-3.
Yep.
Really close to an ult, I think, so Deadshot should be able to get the plant down.
Planted.
Burkon just going to get some nice healing. Ooh, CC and U-Haul could get a great flank. Well, CC's in a great spot until I say that he gets taken out.
Yep. Piggle does get the pick on the
Player
CC.
standing.
Piggle with another one.
Snazzy gets at least
Yeah.
one.
1v2 here.
Oh, Piggle's going to wall and stick.
Oh,
you know
that's
this.
the classic.
Oh, he finally stopped?
Oh, no, he got stopped. He
didn't get stopped.
He didn't let go.
And he still gets the kill.
So you couldn't pry it away from him if you wanted him to stop.
He does at least hand this one over to Restro for some alt value. But yeah, I was
Yep.
like, wow, he finally
He finally let go. No,
Nah.
he just got pulled out of it.
pulled away from
Yeah,
the bomb.
yeah. Great try, but guess what? Nope.
And Snazzy knew he was going to stick, because Snazzy ended up trying to burn down the wall because he knew he didn't have time to go through U-Haul, look for another play there.
Yep. And just like that, Quake's doing a fantastic job. I think, like I said, their defenses are just really good. I think they know how to play the angles. They know how to flank. They know how to kind of make a dent into the attacker's side's plans. And just like that, it's a two-round difference here. Ooh.
Immediately get the knives from
Yeah.
Memphi.
Piggle with a jump peek there.
This time does get the wall off.
It means no wall for defuse this time. Think about it.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. I like Burkon here with that Odin.
It's cool. It's good. You got the stinger here from Snaz. You better watch out. You're about to get stinged. Or stung. I like the stinged one better.
I do like stinged better as well. Speaking of stinging, how about Jolly getting a first blood onto Memphi with the knives out?
Yep.
Absolutely huge
Oh,
pick there.
this Odin spot. A little spooky.
Seekers do
Oh
come
my
out.
gosh. Hits him with the right click through it and says, aha, just try.
Snazzy going for the plan.
And
Ooh, these sheriffs coming online, I think, is the Empress. Right on cue from Jolly. Gets one.
Ooh. I think Jolly can do
Player
this.
standing.
Yeah, well, I like your chances.
I'll say if it's anyone else, I don't know, but.
There's the Odin
Ooh,
spot.
Does he know he's an elbow?
Don't think he does. And he has to get the defuse. He's going to see him.
Oh,
but
good try there from Jolly, though. Honestly, popped off there for a little bit.
that would have been an ace.
Yeah, I
Just-
mean, man. Close.
Great shooting here.
And the thing that sucks is, like, if it kept looking right, maybe, but it's too hindsight to tell. And
Exactly. You never know. They could have been in hookah, which is why he's kind of checking every angle.
yeah, he's trying to hit him with like the 360. I'm trying to survey the area, everything at the same time, But Jolly with the 20 bomb right now is actually just popping off. The Burkon raise once again in this tournament is not doing its job. Like I'm sorry, you're a great player, Burkon, but
Yeah, Raze
I think
has-
the raise is just a little too hard sometimes to really pull off. Oh, nice shot from Memphi.
That is huge, too,
Yeah.
onto Jolly.
I mean, now they're just taking sight.
And one of the I like this from Burkon. He's
But
had
they-
some great judge value. I'll
The
be
only problem is
honest.
they might duck behind. Oh, there we go.
No.
He heard me.
Has the
He's
show
like, yeah,
stopped
okay, I can
on
play
there?
Raze, man. I'm just warming up. On the 17th round, 18th round.
Nice seekers here from Stun.
Oh, there we go.
There it
Great
is!
trade. There we go. A 4K for Burkon after he kind of heard me. So,
He said,
once again,
yeah, come on.
that's how we got to use Raze there. I think you got to use Raze really aggressively and kind of untraditional for you to catch people off their guard because it's not really going to work, I think, better than a Reyna if you're just going to sit there. But this is what I'm talking about right here.
Double kill with the judge.
And
Into
the
the rocket.
showstopper 1 for 2. We love that.
I feel like if you know there's a raise up, you should not be that close to each other, especially when you're the last 2 members left.
I mean, think about how he's been doing all game. You know? He's still tied now for Piggle with that 4K. But hey, that's what you got to do to make the difference. Sometimes, you know, even if you are having a bad game, you can always be in games. That is genuinely true for Valorant, especially other games as well. Like, just because you're having a bad game, you can keep trying, and you can eventually kind of have your moment to make the difference. And right there, that made a difference in the rounds.
Yeah, that gets us back to 10-8.
He's doing the judge again.
Here we go. They're going to push into it.
Yep.
Deadshot and Snazzy feel like they know something's up. Well, he was kind of the sacrificial lamb that time. We do get the attacker Killjoy coming out here.
Here we go.
Orthodox, trying to just get him off site.
Stun.
Here.
Yeah, I was saying.
It's out of the Killjoy just barely.
Yep.
Memphi's going to get a great. Never mind. I thought Memphi was going to get a
And just
great
like that, Quakes are 1 round away.
They might have to eco this round too.
I think they do. I think that was the 2 rounds in a row of them buying. So.
Yeah, they.
Yep.
Yeah, they have to eco. So
And.
we're looking at 10-10 here unless something crazy happens.
Yeah, that is true, and hopefully we kind of can see something cool. I like the frenzy strat they tried last time. The only problem was, you know, Astra kind of messed that one up. So Astra smoked them, and then they just got absolutely firing squatted. But they did try their best.
That's all we can ask for.
Yep.
We do have a Marshall. We have a Shorty.
I think if you're on the side of landslides, you just drop the Marshall for Memphi. I think Memphi has been doing a fantastic job on the Marshall. And I think that's something that people, I feel like, don't try to do enough is, like, if you're ecoing, and I think, you know, I think the Memphi does a fantastic job with the Marshall. Not saying that, you know, Orthodox can't, but I don't know. I think sometimes it's worth the whirl to try to just buy him and let him go at it.
Let him get a headshot.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. Maybe he'll dash in. We've seen Jets get very aggressive. Maybe he wants to dash in, Shorty somebody.
Does he have a Shorty?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Memphi did pick up the Shorty this round.
So maybe that's the goal, kind of.
Maybe Shorty somebody out of the teleporter.
Yeah. Rip it.
Did dash. Did get forced to use his dash. Got scared by the Roomba.
Okay, they kind of get some information out. Hunter's Fury's up. They can rip it. They're probably not gonna.
Oh,
nice shot through the wall. Ooh, 2.
Seekers do come out.
Man, stun on this B site is absolutely. Oh gosh.
2-on-2, 2-on-3, but you do have the Sage revive, and the gun difference favors the landslide. Here's Jolly.
Flanking, yep.
Just gets a great flank. All up to CC. Burcon picks up the kill, and 10-10.
There we go.
Wow.
We kind of. I mean, honestly, I will say Stun is doing a fantastic job on this B site. It seems like every single round is like a minimum like 3 kills, or like 2 or 3 at least before going down, if going down at all. And so I think they're doing a great job of at least holding that B side down, because I think if you hold B down, it kind of forces people to try to play towards that A. And I think if you're forced to play an A rather than like playing A around your own will, it's a little different. I mean, I know it sounds weird, but when you're being forced off a site because Stun is just absolutely like
doing cracked defense,
cracked defense is just, it's really hard to actually go through. And they have, you know, the Sova ult here still, and they have Astral Wall, so hopefully they can kind of find something here with the Recon Dart and get something started. So I think at this point on the side of landslides, you need a number advantage. You need something to kind of get you going, you know. So
both these teams have really struggled attacking to create that numbers advantage that you're talking about. This is what we saw when the Quakes were down 8-4. It was a lot of like, okay, we'll go B, and then we'll just get all destroyed by, you know, CC, who I think almost has a 20-piece here. And they just never could create a numbers advantage. Memphi looking for a small angle with Pego, who picks up first blood in a very pivotal round. Ooh. Shots in a great spot. Oh, has the Seekers come out.
That was nice.
He ends up bailing him out. Piggle gets taken out 3-on-2.
And the other 2 are pretty far out. So
flanking from Hookah.
Oh, here we go.
Probably taking a ton of damage. I don't know if Memphi is going to expect Burcon to be right below him. Burcon could get a huge flank because nobody's going to see him.
Yeah, hopefully they can kind of. I like how he's just kind of waiting for him. I know Burcon's taking his sweet time, but he kind of has to make this work, and does not, unfortunately, get the kill. But good try.
I think I honestly needed to push together. Like
yeah,
Jolly
I mean,
needed to
the only
come
problem
out.
is I think Jolly has a worse angle. Because like if you think about it, Burcon kind of just lost the 1v1 there.
Yeah, Burcon did need to win that one.
Yeah, he had the angle, and the problem was he just kind of didn't win it. So it was close, but now 11-10. This is a really close match here, getting to it, and I think Quakes have enough to buy again, because I think they won last like 3 rounds. So they're not totally out yet in terms of that momentum wise or that eco wise. So this would be a huge round. I think if Landslides win this, we might see a game 3 on our hands. If Quakes win this, though, I think it's going to be pretty hard for them to win that 12th round for the side of, or actually, it's going to be 11. I'm trolling.
It's going to be very interesting what the Landslides do if they lose this, because it's 11-11. Do you try and push for your own? But then if you lose, you're on match point and probably have to eco. So that is going to be something that's very interesting. The Landslides cannot get this done. This is game 2. Quakes have the 1-0 lead in our best of 3 our best of 3 grand final. So if they somehow come out on top here, they will be crowned champions.
Yep, and they have the Seekers ready to go here for the side of Landslides. So
Landslides have 4 ults ready.
And I hope they use them this round, because I feel like this is the round that you really need to win.
I do like that Astro Wall.
Oh, yeah,
Stops
that's
them
good.
from pushing into that blind that you heard. They're all going to take that teleporter.
And I like the verticality, like, you know, straight horizontal there. Like, not any diagonal angles. Ooh. Great job using the Empress to get out of there. Oh, yeah, it's kind of hard. The Seekers coming out there.
Orthodox gets another one. They get the Astro Wall of their own. They get the spike down.
Yep. 4v3 here.
They do have a revive. There's kind of a body on that side of the Astro Wall. It's like right on the other side, unfortunately. They're able to get it off. That makes it a 4-on-4, and they actually be able to pick up their guns as well, which is huge. This is going to be a huge 1v1 between Destro and Deadshot and U-Haul. Nice double blind.
Yep.
One, but shot in the back from Restro.
And it's a 3v1 now.
Here's the Hunter's Fury. Piggle, he always sticks it. Oh, he just misses the second one. No.
No, I think he hit him, and that's what got to half. So he actually did hit it, but the problem was it was already at half, so he couldn't actually get it in time. Wow.
Wow.
That was an awesome round there. I mean, that was.
And they win this because Piggle sticks it, by the way.
Yeah, so he sticks it. He's not dropping that, never. So he does get hit here.
Yeah, okay, you're right. He does
But the
barely
thing
get
was,
tagged.
he already had a half because of Piggles, and Piggles does not drop the bomb or the spike here. Just know that.
Now, CC was at 5 HP. I didn't feel like the spike was that close to going off. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
they could have just pulled off, avoided the Hunter's Fury, and probably won that round with ease. They made it a lot closer than it needed to be.
That's because Piggles, that's all he knows. That's all they know.
Piggles like, I'm going to stick this, by the way. Yeah, it was kind of risky by Restro to stick that as well with CC at 5 HP. I mean,
yeah.
you just have to get one tap on him to stick through the Hunter's Fury.
I also think, though, it's like using – oh, wow.
That
Jolly. See, that's what I'm talking about, though. That's why the Quakes kind of get a lot of these advantages. Is something like that. Like, you know, Jolly just randomly pushes out short and just looks into you at Marketplace like, what?
And he's gone. He's
gone. He's out.
He's
Because
like, okay.
he's Reyna. I mean, I think Reyna's a perfect for Jolly. It's really hard to actually catch him. Wasn't he just Empress?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
He was actually, yeah, he was like 2 rounds ago.
Yeah.
When he almost got like a 5-piece.
Yeah.
It was like 3
Oh, it's
rounds
3
to build
SC.
that.
Yeah, it's pretty quick, though. I think it's 6, though, now.
You should run.
All right, here we go.
Taken out.
Killjoy
There's
coming
the
out
Killjoy.
here, and now it's a 4v3. We got the Killjoy ult coming out for 3v3. And Odin coming out from Burkon. Seems like Burkon can just use the weird guns.
Oh, he almost had a great peek.
One enemy remaining.
Okay.
It's a 2-on-1, but Restro is detained.
Yeah, let's go wait for that one out.
Orthodox just holding. They're going to try and sandwich him in U-Haul here. He dodges the blind. It's all up to Orthodox, and he can't get it done.
And just like that, 12-11 Quakes. I'm pretty sure they finally took the lead over the entire game. I think they've been trailing all game, but this time they are there. And
Burkon is begging for the Odin in
yeah,
chat.
he's like, guys,
please.
He's like, the Vandal and Phantom is not working right now. Like, I need that thing.
Bring out a shorty on match point, Burkon.
Oh, he's pulling out a Judge, maybe? Although they don't have that much money, so
yeah,
I would
Judge.
say he's definitely pulling out a Judge.
With the rocket up as well.
Hey, his showstopper last time got 2 kills when I was talking about it.
They won the round, too.
Yeah, so maybe he's ready to go once again. And he's going back to the B corner, baby. Let's go.
12-11.
Okay, well.
This is huge. Oh, if they lose this, this could be game losing for the Landslides if they do not play this correctly. They get a great dodge on the first play. There it is, the double from Burkon to save it. Seekers come out as well. They're going to chase down CC. Stun is going to get concussed.
Let me out.
Oh, my God.
That was like a hold me back Astra.
Burkon with the
I actually
play.
am surprised it didn't get more of them.
Yeah, he got 2. I don't know how he didn't get 3.
Enemy
Oh, here we
remaining.
go.
Huge. It's all up to Memphis.
It's not looking good here, but Memphis could pull it off with this Bulldog.
Oh, he's good. They're
Oh,
gonna.
they're just pushing
They're
him.
gonna push him, but Jolly,
Wow.
probably the most fitting person
Yep.
to end the round.
Yep.
Quakes get the win. They are the grand final champions here. Beating the Landslides on what I've been told is the Landslide's strongest map in recent Rumbles.
Yeah. I mean, they've always looked pretty good, and it looked good there. I
Wow.
mean, by no means was that a stomp, right?
No, it does be 12, no, 13-11. A little bit of, both teams struggled to attack, and really Burkhan, we were critical of him the whole time, but if he doesn't land that double rocket, we're probably in overtime.
Yeah.
And you never know what's going to happen, so absolutely insane. Well, if you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esport industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers, then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with featured Rumbles, recruiters are taking notice as well. It's a great way to score exposure, looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. Absolutely phenomenal job by the Quakes. They come out on top. We have now had 3 new champions in the first 3 weeks of the Rumble. Absolutely phenomenal. They changed their team up. Piggle and Jolly played phenomenal, the 2 new players on the team. And really it feels like we have sort of our hierarchy. It's Quakes, Tsunamis, and Landslides. Those seem like the best 3 teams. I mean, the Quakes beat both the Tsunamis and the Landslides, so they're on top for this week. But I think any of those 3 teams are probably going to be the grand finalists most weeks. I know the Infernos won week 1. They haven't been able to beat the Landslides since. So overall, fantastic Rumble, though. It is nice. As much as I love the Landslides and as much as it was fun to watch them dominate, 3 champions in 3 weeks definitely shows to how strong the rest of the teams are getting.
Yeah, it seems like each week, there's a new team that's getting better and better, and it's really cool to see that, like, a rotation of new people coming in, because I think that actually, breeds more competition, right? It seems like all these close matches, like I said, the last game, the Landslides had the lead the entire time until it was round 22, I think, because it was like 11. It was 11-10 or something like that.
Yeah, 23. It was 12-11.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
12-11. And that just shows you that, Landslides played fantastic that entire game, but just Quakes just kind of pushed out there. And honestly, after that, you just kind of go into your next week and you practice a lot harder than you usually normal do. So sometimes it pushes you to your boundaries.
I'm curious to see, again, nothing against Deadshot and Orthodox, but I do think Solix and Prestige just fit better on that team, especially
of course.
Prestige with the Sky. It's just so hard to replicate it. They tried. I mean, I thought Deadshot did a great job, but it's just so hard to play how Prestige does, which is just flash and then peek and then, kind of do whatever he wants with the op or whatever goes. So I'll be curious when the Landslides get back to full strength how this team goes. But now I have a very tough question for you, Red Hots. ICCU Player of the Week.
I say Jolly. I mean, in terms of impact that Jolly had, I think the first game that they kind of played today, Jolly didn't have, I don't think they're top frag by any means, but every first blood made a huge difference. And I think especially with these teams kind of struggling with attacks, I think that is a huge difference maker, just getting that first blood and getting something going.
I like the Jolly pick as well, but I do think how Piggle plays and that play style of always of just holding. He won them a few rounds. Of course, the semifinals in game 1 weren't close when he was sticking defuses, but I think both new players played phenomenal. I agree with you. It probably will be Jolly, but I think also the fact that Piggle's I'm just going to stick this defuse and you're not going to stop me. I think a lot of teams going against the Quakes in future weeks are going to say oh, I can't this isn't a bait. I have to push. And I think it's going to catch teams off guard. I mean, we saw that play on Icebox with the perfect, Viper slow just into the hold. It was fantastic.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, Piggles did a fantastic job. Not like a, standout star player or anything like that, but at the same time, they played their role perfectly. They played Sage. They had great walls. They had great, clutch diffuses where they put that wall down and just hold it down. If they were the last member alive, they would just sit in the corner and play that angle. They wouldn't peak. They wouldn't do that. They played exactly what their role was made to do, and I think that's one thing you can't just overlook by the team with that.
Agreed. I think the other player, again, I don't think he'll win ICCU Player of the Game, is Burkhan, deserves a shout-out, but we'll get to that in a little bit, and it is actually going to be Burkhan. I was going to say, towards the end, he came alive and was a big reason why the Quakes came back. I know the score isn't what you probably would want it to be for a player who gets the ICCU Player of the Game, but the way he played, he won this round hands down, and he wins the game-winning round as well with an insane showstopper. So, yeah, even though, every other round, especially on Bind, was a struggle, I can see why Burkhan was Player of the Game, especially this was also just a fantastic
they had
play.
a great Icebox map, and, you don't want to put that past them at any means possible. But, I mean, every player on Quake played well today, and Burkhan just got the ICCU, so there you go.
Hey, he had the show-stopping plays,
Yeah.
especially on that raise. It doesn't matter how you do at the start; it's how you finish. So
True.
huge congratulations
Yeah.
to Burkon. He is the player of the game this week. Brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union. Believes a great player makes the team more successful. It's like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. Burkon is this week's ICCU Player of the Week. But as you mentioned, it was. The Quakes just play in such a style that everyone has a role. And you mentioned it. Jolly had some fantastic first bloods, but some of them would be first blood, die. First blood, die. Pickle, of course, we talked about the sticky, and then Burkon. Great on Icebox. Had a great end with the Judge Showstopper memes towards the end of Bind, and overall, it builds a winning combination. As we prepare to close this week out, crown the Quakes our champion, Red Hots. Do you have any final thoughts?
I just love these games. I think it's really cool. I think once people kind of figure out the attack side a little more, maybe the teams that are more defense-sided will kind of, have a little bit harder time. But I think right now it kind of seems that the best defense is kind of winning that out. So great, play all around. I think a lot of games, especially this week, were pretty close besides a couple. So we love to see that, and I hope they continue to improve.
Can't wait till Monday where we reset everything and go at it again. But for right now, huge congratulations to the Quakes on winning their first Rumble Championship in dominant fashion, making a statement in the Grand Finals. As we've talked about, it is now 3 different champions in the first 3 weeks of the Fall Rumble, showing how strong the talent pool for the Esports Tower clubs has gotten since the summer. The landslides have now fallen in the Grand Finals 2 weeks in a row. 2 of these new rosters look like they have some work to do to get back to their dominant ways. But again, I think you bring Prestige in. I think you bring Solix in. That easily goes to 3 games against the Quakes, and you have no idea how Game 3 ends up going. But again, congratulations to the Quakes. We're looking forward to seeing this team throughout the fall season. And if you want to find out how to compete in the Esports Tower Rumble events, make sure you visit esportstower.com/Valorant. Congratulations to all these teams this week. We cannot wait to see you next week for Week 4 of our Valorant Fall Rumbles. But now we will close out with the top 5 plays presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuard Gaming, and here are your top 5 from this week's Fall Rumble.
Fix for.
Oh.
Ooh, does get the miss there. That's gonna be a good opportunity.
Nice challenge there.
Nice. Talk together and kind of figure it out what they need to, fix for.
Oh.
Ooh, does get the miss there. That's gonna be a good opportunity.
Nice challenge there.
Nice trade. Okay, never mind. Not a good trade. I didn't mean that.
Hey, they got the op. Red Hot said that's a good trade.
Well,
it's one of those where maybe you have this all the time in Valorant. It's like, okay, he's gonna shoot the wall because I'm shooting somebody else, and then they all just thought the next person in line was gonna shoot the wall.
Yeah, I'm covering you.
Yeah, I'm covering you.
I'm
you
covering
shoot the wall.
you. Yeah.
I'm covering the guy behind me. Uh-oh. Who's gonna be the one to peek? Oh,
Nice shot.
Oh, Kawar made the mistake. Make it 2 for Red. Pushing together.
Oh, I like this spot. You kind of wait from the plant, probably.
Just need to find that. Still 1v2. You just ripped Seekers here,
Yeah,
I feel like.
I also like the plant's position here. It's pretty safe.
1 enemy remaining.
One. Oh. Nice spray transfer from Orth.
Kind of just running through him at this point.
Oh, they're going to get a huge flank here from Burkon. I don't think they're going to be expecting it. Burkon. Oh, he's just going to wait this one out.
I like this spot. They're not even checking. Oh, okay.
Oh, he's going to get a huge flank. He just has to wait. There's Snazzy. This is the easiest lineup ever.
There we go.
Burkon gets a triple. Nobody checks. That's some great judge value, I'll be honest.
They might duck behind. Oh, there we go. He heard me. He heard me. He's like, yeah, okay, I can play Raze, man. I'm just warming up. On the 17th round, 18th round.
Nice Seekers here.
Oh, there we go.
There
Great trade. There we go. A 4K for Burkon.